security of Ghana remains stable, we acknowledge that the situation in Boko and Alavanyo and their immediate surroundings remain quite volatile. The Ghana Armed Forces is actively monitoring developments and have put in place robust mechanisms to ensure any potential escalation is swiftly contained in the interest of a peaceful and long-lasting resolution of the conflicts through dialogue. Robust mechanisms to ensure any potential escalation is swiftly contained in the interest of a peaceful and long-lasting resolution of the conflicts through dialogue. In doing so, we shall always separate crime from traditional matters, enabling us to deal appropriately and legally with criminals who foment trouble in the name of chieftaincy conflicts. Relatedly,
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
One major flashpoint continues to be the Boko area. Only 2 days ago, an incident in a marketplace triggered an unfortunate loss of lives and criminal vandalism of property. I wish to emphasize that nobody gains from this situation of conflict and insecurity. We have triggered the Otumfor mediation process, which saw all stakeholders participate in discussions in Kumasi on a roadmap towards peace. I'm assured by the Asantehene that the process will resume next week when he returns from his brief visits abroad.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Your Royal Majesty, I cannot speak of peace and development in the north without touching on the situation in Boko. The protracted conflict in Boko continues to pose a grave challenge to our national peace and regional harmony. Boko, which has always been a booming and prosperous commercial center, is now a pale shadow of itself. Nobody is happy about this situation. Youth move around on motorcycles with sophisticated assault rifles and fire indiscriminately. The conflict has affected everyone: Bamprusis, Kusasis, Bises, Moshis, Hausas, and all other ethnic groups living in the area. Many professionals have fled the area, and public service workers are refusing to be posted to Boko. Let me commend Your Royal Majesty for the dignified and statesmanlike manner in which you have responded to these tensions. Reasonable voice has been a source of guidance to many, and I sincerely appreciate your commitment to peace. I was with His Royal Majesty Nana Osei Tutu II 2 days ago, and he briefed me on the cooperation you have given him in finding a final traditional solution to the conflict. I commend you for the concessions you are willing to make in order to see lasting peace in Boko. I take this opportunity to humbly urge all stakeholders to speed up the mediation process so that peace can return to Boko in order that residents can return to their normal lives as soon as possible. The government remains resolute in restoring lasting peace and stability in Boko. This includes enhancing the security presence, support for conflict resolution mechanisms, and deeper dialogue with all traditional, religious, and civic stakeholders. We believe that peace in Boko is a matter of national importance and that it requires our collective resolve so that justice will prevail and that we will resolve our issues by dialogue. Your Royal Majesty, I wish to assure you that government will continue to rely on your wisdom and partnership in navigating these sensitive matters in a manner that upholds human dignity and preserves the unity of our people.
EpaHoaDaben sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Unfortunately, any time the peace of Ghana will be disturbed, it is the MPP government that is in power. NDC is coming. When we come, we will make sure there's peace in Boko and surrounding areas.
EpaHoaDaben sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
EpaHoaDaben.
Say it again.
EpaHoaDaben.
Daben.
Now together, EpaHoaDaben.
Awesome.
EpaHoaDaben.
Baby, when you say first now you been shut down politics. You see politics for no money or money and money. But na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ni agi say ebebo ama o man na akoso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda nyamishra
EpaHoaDaben sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Wusuye bio, wusuye juma. Yankwe, wusuye bio. Every. Oh my Ghana, be Ifri Osompa ni enimia Wonsu ya wofa mensu menya mefa na yenkambom na Ghana enya ne ntuma mpamfra EpaHoaDaben jumadi ni emidi ne Bismark Brown obetimi afra me BB Memo ahamu akwaba I missed you yesterday I me feel pa Meda ko Joseph Adam kwase Yes sir na mada team ni nyina nso ase na aseda piesie ne kase mu beko ama Oba de Nyankopon ni obo soro bo asase bo me ni umienu na daroma yasan abetena yadwuma mu biemu menim sa wonso wo adwuma mu by this time na mebusa se ohun ye de adwuma mu tisɛn What has been your contribution to the Ghana agenda, the Ghana we want? Sana mampeni vision no. The Ghana we want. But me busa say, what Ghana do you want? Jemima, what Ghana do you want? A better Ghana. Better in terms of what? And then free lunch. Hey. Free lunch pa. Girl, vision so. Ebusa say, what kind of Ghana do you want? I say, a better Ghana. A better Ghana says I was a free lunch. Oh, vision my Ghana. Ah. Okay. Anyway, within a Bismark Brown, obetimi afra me BB. Many thanks to the team. Reynald Ajiman, Joel Sanko. Jemima, Joyce, and just gone by Collins Nanamo Akon. We are watching radio soon, so we are also live on Facebook. So, Shamo Honomo. Now, o comments are winning our Fabra Hall. But shall I do ho? But can't watch any war. So, I wouldn't say I can't agony. Until yes, your mark one so be on some canagony. Obianka Obia Casabua Shanayam. Until Bra Facebook Live, na Yemfa and then come on and Shisha so. And then Aya Benada. The 29th day in the month of July. Yadobadi ase. And chemeba Facebook na o messages are what they are what they Emma Yenina ye ho akwaba. Aba kenkan mu. But this should set up no so na wie ye di ho komo. Eye bede Boko is in flames. And I mean what I say what's the exams na beba so no. Penifo hunu so mbema nkoda na tworo wo mu schools munumu a na se omu be yi omu free Boko mpotem ho no mo de makwa bi a region foforo no makwa akotworo ana ye be mo ma tworo ho na ya ma security na tight ade we baby say the last 3 weeks in it have been very consistent on Boko. I have shared some thoughts on Boko. We ya be say ha se me biem. And then we are the new Patriotic Party a press conference EpaHoaDaben. The press conference was addressed by the party's General Secretary. Now, or say President Mahama and what politicize Boko Ntokano. And unim say politicization in tribal wars. Ewo Ghana ha enya de fufro. And we all know, say politicians are beneficiaries of Santo Kwei, ne bin so crown so taichiri. So the question is, here you draw the line near cast away your politicization. Statements just made by politicians and a someone potting what canteen about a someone we were cast our politicizing no. We are back a kaya hokakra, we are in seminar to send any. Now, you're drinking where the home come on. Attorney General decision, or dear Bayer Nano, or the Batuja, I can say Dr. Kwabena Dufour and 7 others. Obekaya, Emran PP, Amanyo Kodeba Power. Omoya de Kesibu Omayimua. Draw different arguments. Banking sector cleanup. There will be more no mususu said Nansanka buying Google banks in the BA. Nanka buying betimi at the Sikashi watching Kwafason, the way you mess in Chen Nanka or banks Nasa agent a beam. I buy no switch them would defending into a yen or yen. Sanasa banks in that could you to a gukra. And when she peniophobia netted that banks in Libya, no Yadom could not court, we know what I say. Minister at Tuesian, the Prime Minister, and Chreso, I also for Nemo Mono, a Christopher, or Monisha, the Munim, Minister of God. Or Sansone Capital Bank of Faribai. You know what I say, what they fiase advocacy coso den some penny henanka. The 2 million one for and Padeno. Dr. Kwabena Dufour was one of such persons in Swa. MPP abine de no kojina court efa kwanya Unibank efa asugu ye Bank of Ghana edi sika ko shemu esane se no mo mpese begu nti ne sika no mo de ye de he was charged ye borno kwadu ahodo ana na asem wo court ayedie na as part of cases attorney general ba ye or drop sa case no so. Na minority for na kasa ho se Attorney General antwe sa decision ansan we'll see a legal showdown in the courts. Ewe ye bebo awura a lawyer for no akache ne ebusemu kakra na ye disanse mu ho komo. ebi se eye sabi na NDC fu otwa na saa na wo mu twa no ebekọ aba bewe wo mo ntade na kwesesese no se wo abamu na diska ohun ana wo abamu na wo ye boni bia pa lawyer fo me good ohun ebebo delay taxes ne saa acha 4 years o cash kakra ka okra betima twemu 8 years wa by power ye be twasem no so. Is that the indication? And answer, it was a clear case of political witch hunt. Said yeah, NDC4 any mumpeni for a defender. Say cases ni bi wa clearly na ban no kotuska gu kwa. Meaning baby awugina e was asem you want to join us with your thoughts, your comments and your views live on Facebook area. Na asem si e wo be kwai. Oh, galamse asem na ye kana say Adena akwa politics ni biemu o. Ene ensemo e kafa galamse hu ne yenka ne se na biemu. Ano adwo. Na no kra me ne e convener kasa adena se umfuno hu vibe na wo galamse ntokwa ni mu no. Awe. Ano adwo. Na enema bi sisi with regards to galamse I was here ye and I buy my setup. I say yes be quiet and then me can say same way. Armed men. Emerantia omu ekura tuo eye pump action guns. Ebowra eye forestry commission for one officer wo be quiet. Omo kwapam adwumafo a ho nyina so omu nkofie ede wo mu kraduo wo mu ankasa padlock atoto forestry commission offices dan ni mu ene wo mu ekọ adenti no mba kwa kwayesa isane say forestry commission for as the reports indicate clamp down on illegal mining our forest reserves wo be kwai enti nieti ye ne say order from above order be from above enti eno mo storm forestry commission or ekototo wo mo office mu pam wo mo na sa ensem ye bobobe e kan ensem bebre wo mo koy wo mo so me national security for and the national security for say wo mo nsumo obi aso onko ese adwuma no Kwansi ena Minister in charge of lands and natural resources, the Honorable Amakofi Bua. Aba bontia beka se sa nkrofo na ekoto share forestry commission for so epamo wo mu free wo mu office e lock offices no yem prosecute wo mu na yem twe wo mu aso na obi an sanction bibia saa Emrante su ko yo si order from above. Obu need to me bia nka be dem pass on betimi abawura forestry commission na omo akopam obi afiri ho na wo mo atotopunu mu saa. Na de bi ko so na menti ase ye beba so. Asem bi e ko so after omo call forestry commission ho. Meba na ma ba bebo mu na ma kire osansem yi mu nyina. Galamse ntokwa no akwa bibio ho na no president ankasa call thank you to Western region. Or the koto was say rogue tax force ufobi di omo ho age anti galamse fighting him ana extortion omo gigi scafring kofo ena omo bon kofo ntrene ena omo di ahunahuna nam ya ji excavator no aba betua sika yantam na eje mu di amaw enei ade na tra to the extent say state institutions are yama womu to me in our constitution. So omo yen forest ho ban. Omumpo have come under siege. When kwanya busho. Omo offices. Ewe yamon komo, yenin komo. Join me live on Facebook with your thoughts, comments, new views. Issues me and saying and yesi hun konya with our guest. I babe joining in every but the bakwa homa no so na yakodim komo ahodo. Na there been interesting developments or Upper Manya Krobo Municipal Assembly MC yo wo ade bia eye ni kapa Eba bedi hu nkomo ne abo hu nkomo. We'll try and reach out to the MC. Ne ebusa say oye ne saying ediem kra. And don't forget say he's been an assembly member himself and then they will rise it to the position of MCE. Na embezzlement bi akoso na ekwan a men MC na faso agi sika na mo man no. It is interesting. Ya bekwai ne bekwai municipal chief executive nso akasa na yedi enkomo afa the invasion of forestry commission for one officer ewo bekwai and yenim de yesi police for escort samrantie no eko MCE office na yachi wo mu ana because the minister is asking for arrest and prosecution adena more than 48 hours ni yanchi wo bia pump action guns no mu di free he yamon komo ni ani komo ene awiei but ye di san komo nyina nso ne kai se onyumtuni a ye nyina da ye gitumu se watwero ni dini ewo obia adwene mu ene obia akoma mu Charles Kwadwofosu Daddy Lumba ye be kaina menye sure se Lumba ni din ene ni dwumadi obedi Ghana ha ebe pa Ghana for enumu eda we so will take time to say a few words about Daddy Lumba and ye di no ho nkomo enso kakra all thoughts to share on ye ni wo ya abetodwa ma ye nyina ye bobo hu ye su hu ya over Facebook live obetime ede wano disem no nso agu ho na magibre akenkan ede amawo na yemfa ye afternoon message of motivation embraw na menkodi nkomo bi na unim se NPA in fact I just got some education this morning. Now, I have all along thought that the National Petroleum Authority is only a regulator of the petroleum sector. Sebia, as a MPO, no na said any so obehwe one more di a fangu huja petrol, diesel, ne gas, ne honiama. Inti ye tintimumra, etintimu niema, a wasa wohen woye. Ena womu so den hyehyaya ba eno na regulatory sector no into ono ne police ewo petroleum sector no eso when e ton womo operative filling stations womo operative tankers ne ade womo e ton gas yi nyina hye eno mo tintimu mra a womo de regulate womo activities na ma adwen nyina ne se eno ane adwuma womo ewoye. But did you ever know say National Petroleum Authority apart from the regulatory functions what the regulatory petroleum sector no or sounds so a fund manager sika foto kese pa ehye nsa na said any so obesan manages sika no yet it is not actually a financial institution but our funds akese a ehye na se a o manage. Have you ever asked na obi mpo busa da say sika hodo a ewo MPA akachi a ewo se o manage no o manage ni sen wo de ye den se scan ye de den aban ye o de ye den. And I'm not talking about sikafia we ye opepepe mu bebre ewie me bedi nkomo bi na san nkomo a medie no civil society think tank womo akwadare energy mu nsemo na akofa asemu yaba na omo preach advocacy bi a ewie me pese omo boa me na mete ase kakra ne nti a ehuhia ensemo a womo eka me ko na me de wo afternoon message of motivation brewa me ne opani a wada Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy SEMSE odano Benjamin Insia ebedi ahia studio here na mebusa se any problem with MPA fund management role awomo ekase yen titimu na MPA ne regulatory function no enanso from ne fund management function problem bi akoso ana se ensemane te sen obi adisika bi an accountability na enkoye. We'll find out more when we touch base with Benjamin Insia bra Facebook live na be kire wadwene ewo issue si enyina da eho emre na wiedu se me ne wo eche yenkura nhesem brano bia me ne wo de efam wo ka kire da bia se onipa bia no eya wo hia eye nkura nhye isane se abrabo a yɛbɔ no yɛnam nneɛma bebree mu yɛfa nneɛma mu nneɛma toto yɛn na onipa so deɛ bibi to wa ɛyɛ woni nipa dasani a ɛna bɛhwɛ anim sɛ wɔbɛka kyerɛ no wɔne ne bɛkyɛ na wɔne ne kyɛ asɛm no nso a nea wɔbɛka akyire ɛbɛ determine nneɛma bebree so wobɛtumi agyina wo na so akɔ anim anaasɛ ɛbɛmo aboto mɔ to da bi kura timi ma wo give up nipa no kasa ɛno nti Bible ne kan sɛ iron sharpeneth iron onipa ɛna ɛhyɛ no nyɔnko nipa nkunan onipa ɛna ɔboa no nyɔnko nipa ɛmu ohunu kwan ɛnɛ awie yi yɛn afternoon message of motivation Joyce why you ready a yɛne yɛtiefoɔ ne yɛhwɛfoɔ ɛnkyɛ ɛwɔ Facebook live Robert Louis Stevenson ɛna asɛm a me ne oba bɛkyɛ ɔkaeɛ na ebi a obebusa sɛ hwana krampo ɛne Robert Louis Stevenson a yɛfa na asɛm ɛde ahyɛ yɛ ho enkuran yi na ɔkaeɛ a ɔse Robert yɛwɔ no 1850 ɛna owu 1894 na ɔyɛ Scottish novelist na ɔtwerɛ story books ɔsan so yɛ poet na ɔsan so yɛ essayist ɛna na wɔtwerɛ adeɛ ɛfa twerɛ books ɛfa akwantuo ho paa na ɔyɛ travel writer nso na some of the novels a wɔatwerɛ a agye din paa bi ade bɛhunu no wɔpa kenkan a ɛyɛ Treasure Island ɔtwerɛ book wei 1883 ɔsan so twerɛ The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde wei 1986 ɛna ɔtwerɛ saa book no na papa ya meka na asɛm yi watwerɛ enwoma bebree I mean so what can generally about human nature about morality about identity ni adventure ɔsidien yenti asɛm a wɔka yɛde hye ho nkran Robert Louis Stevenson said don't judge each day by the harvest you reap but by the seeds that you plant Mrs. Subiem don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Yemu bebre, we are harvesters. Ye ade chine esora no pa yekotwa enso yungu ye. Yemu bebre, we are always looking for opportunity to harvest. De bia ye pemfaso. De bia ye ne pe benefit no. Enti se enwunu koto no kobomu aba na wenye bribi amfiri obi ho a oye disappointed. But ye mu bebre nso ye mpedua. On se ye wo otwabre. Ane ye wo bre nso a ye guo. Ye dua ade. Na ye mu bebre no ye sori anopa ne atisi mu a eya ne ye de measure kan kwa yakọ anase eda na ye tisi mu no ne ye nya firi mu ade ye tide ye susudua ye de measure pa eni ne ye nya aye enye ne ye de hye mu na Robert se okopre wo mogya ni na obafia nadwo a se o sese de da na kwama wa eya memfa ne wunya aye no enye susudua no na momo no fa ne wode hye da ni mu eye susudua because you see se wonnua aye a wontimi ntwa enti instead se obusa se harvest be na manya no busa se ene planting be na maye investment be na maye edien na me dia hye ne dai mu a me susu se ebekwa koto adwumre menya bribidia ba fie edien na dia hye ne mu a ususu se wokyena ebefifi ama wakwa akotwa empempi no we go about looking for places to harvest yenkotwa akwan a ebefa so a yense bekwa ano no nko a na momo no ne de be hyemu amada bia yense bekwa ano no yenhwe no enne nwumre wo koda ansa na wo bekata wani se woda no Kowachi edenimu. Nebusa say, what have I planted in today? What have I planted into the day? A day investment in a media shenemu. A be our investment and now by any say obe kind book bako. That is planting a seed in a day. A be a near wasa we yama on say enquiries na ne wasa okoye no and ne obekwa koye. What the one to asasia ta untu anamon. Eya busa ho say ne de na ma planti busa ho bo say and ne metimi akọ lands commission akotu asasi ho anamon. Opese wo hunu obra no said ye wo bọ no kwa aya men time busa harvest aya time busa ne wa planti ne wa dua ne wo de ahyem investment a wa ye ebia investment e wo se wo ye planting e wo se wo ye ene se obe affect obi abrabo obe impact obi life obe mo obi asere ene. That could be a seed you plant today. Plant joy in the life of somebody. Plant happiness will be a brabomu. Plant help will be a brabomu. Plant something today. Fabribi shed nemu. A man named Mamma Senekeke. Na de bia wo de wo hwa nimu se de bia no yensongu ano ent yentimi songu ano omre kwa wumfa bibia nhemu. Enu ti na de biara da. A lot of us come back disappointed because we are expecting to harvest when we have not sown. A motivational message. My father free Robert Louis Stevenson ho. Edeba wa kwamuni. Yama we share hun crying. Yama we directing. Yama we kan ya bra bom komodi ho. Na yetimi a movie from baby ewo akodum pempen so kase. Bedin ne Bismark Brown. Wo frɛ me bibia meje so. Me dane me ho akwaba. Na ma bedi MP ho komo sisi a me ba sisi a.
EpaHoaDaben nti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
Charlie, I stress. Oh, senior, what be the issue? Bro, another one caught happening again. I nearly get them this time. Charlie, the over 1.5 messed me up. Oh, Charlie, sorry. But wait, you don't get refund for your loss? Nah, bro, that thing's have the. You hear so before? Yeah, soccer bet they do. Them they call them soccer chance. Charlie, you sure? Oh, but why I for lie you? Just make your stake on 10 plus games with odds of 1.30 or more. And when it's full, you will get your stake back times 3. Come see my bets. Hey, Charlie, this be interesting, oh. I know, right?
Soccer Chance rules are simple. Bet on any of your favorite soccer league games with odds of 1.30 and more. The total number of games should be 10 or more. Now here's the catch. Lose just one out of the many and you'll be rewarded 3 times your stake. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
New Kivo Hot Pepper Powder. Loco shoe. This advert is FDA approved.
Yemma wakwaba eba Eclipse Collateral Management. Ejima kuo stronkwa. Yemma wenya wadwapade nkrata ho mfaso. Wonim se wadwapade nkrata ekuta wo no. Ebetumi asesa wo daache. Yesesa emfasode a adwapade wuranom etumi enya ewo no adwapade nkrata ho. Ene nyuma wuranom nso ebenya frɛ adwapade ahodo a yede si abowa ede apesika ede abo wo nyuma ahodo. Enti se ope prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, ene land document perfection services a mayemfa nyonko. Ewo Eclipse yewo prime depository platform bia ahobambo bomu a ya de foforo a adwapade wuranom etumi de won krata ekoto ho na wonya sika a esem bia ni ho na ye de sankrata yi ebo nyumaku ahodo a wo pe besia de afrisika kwabia ho ye bobosia ho no ho ba ebo manyuma wuranom nya sika de trewo nyuma mu ye de bosia bohwehwemu a emudo na ye mapa ene si egina ye enti wonim se wo won sa ahobambo bomu entwentwa so hwehwenye nkyira kwan ewo adentam barrier Yɛbɛn Moses Ayaresabea no ɛwɔ West Africa SHS afasuo no nkyɛn pɛɛ. Frɛ yɛn sɛsi a 0543-842466 wɔ Eclipse Collateral Management. For property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for businesses, we say think funding before projects.
When I get home and want something quick to chop, everything there inside, groundnut milk and sugar. I only need some water, so kiss made easy. Kivo carry me, Kivo carry me for your office, boarding house. Kivo carry everything there inside, groundnut milk and sugar. I only
Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. Soakings are easy. This advert is FDA approved.
Happy 98.9 FM Tiafwe! Mumbi engina ye mochi na yanko abosokai. Jumadia chentrente kesia. Happy 98.9 FM. Yawada echato e obusumi biamon. Ya de babonten. Betre Happy on Wheels. Afei and Andrew abosokai. Our Ablekuma Central. Peswane so. Kai Jumadia ebekoso 31st of July 2025. Our abosokai 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Right. Yentrasi na enkomo ahodoa ewa abosokai no yentrasi ne yeni yentrasi ne yene MCE ene empanyimfo ahodoa wo mukabie wo mu ewo Ablekuma Central constituency yeni omu eni kita ho yensua de emfa free the Ghana National Fire Service way ne yenkyiremu from Save the Eye Foundation kayo jumadi ne bekoso 31st of July yawada abosokai 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. enyu hum free mu. Happy on Wheels. Happy your on voice wheels. Your power. Your power.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Welcome back. EpaHoaDaben jumedie enie safe no adwene ya memo akwaba adawase bebre se wabadwumedie no eso na ansa na meko break me ka cho se mekoba pe me ba bedi nkomo bi na nkomo a mebedie no efa the National Petroleum Authority eho. I came across a krata bi a civil society organization the needy the energy sector a Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy semse atro na some of matro no ama my a bit interested in tea matron safre opinion or daw man no say omrana yeni asemu ho nkomo ebebie me no mienu nso ani to sikasem bi a ekoso ewo NPA some of the money boto from one. There are former government appointees bi no moda MP no ene. They are standing trial, and it has to do with Office of the Special Prosecutor 98.9. Dr. Mustafa Hamid, and I think 7 other people. Na omu kwadu na ye diabo omu ni nyina efasi kasem ho. Efa bi eye money laundering. Efa bi eye extortion. Efa bi nso fa funds bi a ehye MPA no ase a NPA manage. Nti wo hwe wono mo ayabo mo kwadu ni bi a ebi mu eda fund ni bi ano a omo no mo ehwe so. Na semse se yan reforming MPA's fund management role no na transparency mrem. It hasn't been a major subject before. Yeah, obeti see a DMP hu nkoma filling stations and answer petrol bu ayeto margin said that so oil marketing companies omo hu nsemo na ya yedi hu nkomo. But yemu bebre no ya dwene nkoso say the same NPA e wo sika yantam a eba ne futuo mu a o manage through the taxes we pay. Benjamin is a memo ahana memo akwaba medwumedie no so.
Ya binia.
Na boko de.
Boko.
Semse fo ho ye.
Semse fo ho ye na onkomo na wodi efa futu a de my motivation.
Motivation no.
E na makai masemi o SS.
Aha.
Tamale Secondary School.
Okay, Tamale School.
Yes. Ona me go yeso e kan papa don say this
Louis Stevenson
book abere three SS so me people three ni we kind of old book we have Treasure Island Treasure Island in those days na your literature books no ba kono no.
Oh, okay.
I was say kan na ja ya de culture English na minua me kan book no 1,000 times anti ase da me anti ase
da
oh na minua
and enye wan say and na answer na hu say ono no chiro sa book no
da bia na me friend I think the character ba ko Jim Hawkins and then so
okay
nti da bia me kaya me book no me friend no Jim Hawkins I writer Jim Hawkins so no is Robert
Louis Stevenson
book na din I think that is good say abanya sesa no
na novel na storybook
me sure say be novel me de say novel say drama say
na one pretty cry
because me I think say be drama na bisa some movie na I think end of the year say Pirates of the Caribbean no.
Oh, okay
do you storyline na akwa no ho Paris and a Paris brofo no it say pidgin Jamaica brofo nti akwa no trend say Paris kasa na all kind 1,000 times enye King James so onti ase
enye
King James like indigenous pirate English bi pa no akwa de trend brofo no and almost yanko kind
ya ba ne say na mo de ma mo say mo sua fan culture exams
Ghana so the Tabasco is one of the Latin schools nti no I think that nipa no choose you and dream say bia betumi and or dey akoma oh na book na din
e be din
nti me kai say me try say nka me kan catchira kosombo book and once me kai di ancestral sacrifice
yes
and also me kan ya le ko tire okonko e ba de okonko the teacher ni ka say no so far as I bind him say school no e was say answer Treasure Island questions no
eno na so musua
Charlie enti na English ya sheda enti na jera nyaade English no because Charlie na books near but I'm glad say Tabasco assistant book no most of the books are na kind no I think that one of the best books and also mujamuni Cheno Achibe book no
okay
I think it was good book meaning the entire Westerners no my jaisa book no kind because my who we are
say no ti no mama omumi jai kind
I think it's one of the best books are say Minister of Education they should bring it back that Okonko sa book no crazy Things Fall Apart I think it's a good book I was saying that me kind na sa Treasure Island money so animal me kan ya na mantiase ndie obodi ni na yemi ngom say so he wrote it
me call commercial break na busa say it was we na Treasure Island me say hi
book a very chere SSB
anyway now musi MPA that same one so what is this so mo statement na mo dia babonti na mo say mo per transparency ne more of a decoupling of MP dual rules no there someone kasa boy any issues
okay the woman say in 2005 and yet TMP na TMP no the act 691 and a TMP
okay
na TMP no so na you Section 66 of it establish another fund
okay
MP and the fund must have a coordinator and the coordinator crano also or accountable to the CEO of MPA but meaning can say another mechanism from 2005 MPA fund way which is a unified petroleum price fund from 2005 MPA and transparent with the management of the fund,
which means that from the day from year no MPI katasumu mwaso sa fund no
from 2005 on declare fund no resources to the public because a public fund right and you need to especially we fund no the composition there omo mo akra no etua brusu bebre but omo tua momu nua no mo osrim and the fan says obi wa akra ne wo UPPF margin na 90 pesos per liter.
UPPF
Unified
margin.
Petroleum Price Fund. The margin no 90 pesos per liter.
Okay.
Accra as of 2024 you consume almost 4.9 billion liters of diesel and petrol.
Okay.
Accra consume about 1.7 billion.
Wow.
And Accra no because Accra the distance filling station the distance to the depot no mostly less than 66 kilometers no you're free Accra local.
Okay.
And local no o Accra ni no betua 90 pesos nemum say OMC no kutua tanker owner na otua ni 20 pesos and 21 pesos until otua 21 pesos na 60 9 na aka no nyina no or the common MPA.
Boame. Ne fund baako. Into Unified Petroleum Price Fund asem na wo.
En America no.
First of all, sika ben, fund ben.
Okay, nti ashasi no na MP adwin, I think Michael Quay, because one of the pioneers, and I the pioneer of MP.
Okay.
Nana adwin say kantete no say yamfa UPPF na ma ebema ye nua no mo srim omufa ngo bobeding.
Okay.
Nti yamfa price no margin no to so that ya ye nua no mo southern part no ebetua for the freight cost.
Okay.
For ye nua no mo srim.
Okay.
Because wo the product ni free hanom e de akosrim a ekwan wa. Nti se wo ka se wo ja market no ama market no asset ono an price a Chroma bo no
the be kase betu so.
And a chroma bo no kra be different because chroma bo no and America to say from the depot to any filling station e wo chroma no MP Emma OMCs no 21 pesos.
Okay.
In this almost 21 pesos a kire won say wo di ko srema ahwe be 1 cedi ahwe be 2 cedis. Nti ebi mo fuel bo no chroma bo no be full.
Okay.
Na srembo na edin. And e be edin because of the transport cost. And because of say MP at that time no mo buta esi o mani so o mo pese e bu ni gina ye pe e o Ghana fa na bia no ntino e wo say ye di Unified Petroleum Price ne ba so da ye nuanu wase hanom no o mbetua ye nuanum siremfo no bo no bia ma mo.
Okay.
E no mo de buy. Na mo de buy na o mo san wo equalization zones. Ye o kilometers dodo a wo kwa na ye tuo sa sika wi. Ye o kilometer dodo a wo kwa na wati sa sika wi. Ba so koburu kilometer bia Sikana akano MPA edibi betuawo. I don't know whether I get me. So the transporters, no, for example, ufri here ko Kumasi and margin here 90 pesos per liter.
Okay.
Ufri ko Kumasi, I think it's about 60 pesos.
Okay.
And there was a OMC no etua transporter no
per liter.
Per liter. And the maximum equalization zone is 385.
Okay.
Which is about Kintampo or Jema.
Okay.
Nti so the product no duru Jema ana Kintampo a 90 pesos per liter no ashe. Nti eno no OMC ni betua transporter no 90 pesos ni na full.
Okay.
So o de tra Jema anase Kintampo no de Kotamalia distance bi e be calculate no because of say Accra for no tua mana bro so no ye be sa sika ni bi e de akoma sa transporter no.
Ti eno MP ni be sa sika no.
Yes, eno de akoma transporter no. But because of say consumption e higher in the southern part of the country and within the local level you know abribia no yentumi endi sika no ebika bebre.
Okay.
For example, say na make actually say Greater Accra UPPF say Greater Accra the consumption of Greater Accra no out of 4.9 billion they consume in 2024. Greater Accra consume about 1.7 billion liters of the product.
Okay.
Into 1.7 billion liters of the product no can you say MPA anya 69 pesos multiplied by 1.7 billion. That's the surplus MPA got from Greater Accra.
Any MPA nyeska.
Wahu. Uye ni free wa oko Western region. Western region oka omo consumption boom a omo nso enam almost 400 to almost 500 million liters for the 2024. Omo so omo de no because of so omo jet ho omo timi discharge products bi wonti no. Omo so within 66 kilometers no and we say 21 pesos.
Okay.
This 21 pesos no e kire on say yeti 21 free mu a excess na aka no which is 69 times the 500 million liters no consume ni nyina eba MPO.
Inti sa charges here margins here that so no transportation cost.
Transportation cost.
Lorry fare ye charge every liter bia
a move product
no tanker mu.
Yeah. E di free depot no storage facility no e dey filling station.
Very well.
Nti sa sika no. Nti this can wo hwe se ne ye
ko. Say bibo pesa man 40 ase na che say tankers na esi ho no.
Yeah.
Say ya fill tanker no na ye so nko discharge fuel baby a. Lorry fare no ye charge no per liter bia.
Per liter bia.
Say sika no.
Yeah.
Echire no na eye ekoto MP ho.
No ano no.
Matiase.
Ndi se ekoto MP ho a e bia na OMCB ya ka chere se onload free Accra mfa nkotamale. Ndi so olodu free Accra e de akotamale na olodu free Accra e de akobolga na wa. Because of say higher equalization zone no 385 kilometers no so bro so a sika na e de bia kogu MP no ye ntibi Nemfa so ni sika no so.
Okay.
So that ye bo na e fom hanom no, ene ye bo ebi osirem no ebe ye pe. But no kre wo mu ni say 70% of the product are within the local. 70% of the product.
Okay.
Accra, Kumasi, Eastern region, Koforidua, Central region, Takrady. You consume even more than 70% of the product. Until only 30% or less and the northern part of the country. Until
I had not the akabebre
MPA futuo. But sabebre akano sa woti mu na wodi because support you anyone mo sirem class or mo bo ne nyepa still scan beka.
Okay.
But since 2005 MPA and declare surplus biada o ma ye huye. Public no ye na etua. GPR2 for tua bi, me tua bi, utua bi. But ye tua isika say mfa my transport no at least be transparent with us.
Yeah.
Ni me hu say monthly the wanyani, quarterly the wanyani, semi-annually the wanyani, yearly the wanyani. Na the wanyani the na yemfa nye.
Nema sa nkomo ye very important and say your two full be mu a another conversation is about into taxes na a building up to petroleum prices no ye de yen. Into amount for table saksa question pa because okoto fuel na generate receipt ma wa. Taxes bebre wo mu a ye tua as consumers. Taxes ni bi ni transportation cost ya GN no. And ye GN so a say MPA tete transport no kan nyina e ka bebre wo no ho. E tai ho.
Ono kra de on titi o. OMC sin na tete e de ma transport na de aka no de akomo mo.
And na 2005
omumbu hu akonta nchiro bia.
Some pesos nso nyes ka.
We are talking fuel muno kind of pesos by the multiply volumes. The multiply volumes, these are huge sums of money. From 2005, Omon declare report to Bianchre citizens say yesika no ye tua momo no we na yaje na we na yedi aye. Eno enfiwo from 2005. Now the NTIA ni abrene say in
mebo
2003
asem na ye ka no bia na obi nti ase asem ye ka na nya asem keto o.
Oh yeah,
say okoto fuel a o taxes no filling station na okoto e no obejeje taxes na ma ban.
Yeah,
ojeje a fuel na ye de bre no transport cost na ewo mu no obete no no de akwa transporter no no de ade ne bae no na said de tie no sika no de bia bro so enti wote tanka ni sika de mana ne beka achire no ode koma MPA
no
MPA mu say sika hu
akonta da. I think that in 2024 or 5 maybe media no be serve me kai date no I raised an issue me kan ho asem.
Okay,
UPPF no asem. Na then time na opanyina na ho Mustafa Hamid.
Okay,
he invited stakeholders mo be presentation the entire me the report you craba won say dream bi koso ne say presentation be the Jekamo na presentation.
Okay,
me kai say na Jekamo me kai say na menua Kofi Bentil ho na menua Bemboache ho.
Okay,
menua Yauche ono so esep ono so ho.
Okay,
that day James Amwa declared that in 2022 fund no make surplus of 320 million Ghana cedis.
Is emfaso
na fund make it 320 million Ghana cedis. Na audited in a report aba. Na me see me kind energy sector no. Ahun fund no utilization. Auditor General catch and say in 2022 now mo present say fund no make it 320 million surplus no. The fund rather made a deficit of 131 million Ghana cedis.
How?
Oh yes, it's in the Auditor General's report.
But okay pass at an NPA engagement. NPA for na catch them say fund no surplus.
Jekamo did the presentation. Bemboachi was there. We raised a lot of issues. That day make I say you raise issues no crown na intimi solve problem no. And no moka so mbe hye another day. Ama yanka yehye biom akasa asem no.
And now Auditor General's report covering that same year. Say any surplus no more
deficit of 131 million Ghana cedis.
Now, a day debate me must fund and now run into a deficit.
It cannot. It's not a deficit running fund. The entire deficit running fund is a million. What do you want to say this guy, bro?
You're tough on taxes in the bro.
Imagine, and I say what you are. OMCs no eswa the mount unless be an OMCs ni bintia and obin to make us own because the fuel no so
exactly.
And now una regulate no. Nti na make say yan decouple regulation crab problem no. Una regulate no. Una man a license. This all no man a license. I didn't know Begis can also want here.
It can't be.
It can be.
It can be.
This will be I want to know and me share MPS is establishment. Says now one MPA was established to be a corrupt entity. No,
that
like,
was not the intent. But
no,
and then the sana
because Minia say yes, I didn't know catch him say me ma 290 pesos dia mobi. Say OMC a business person on your buying. Now what match na why ahwe ama what this can and also scan one tia. Also hwe na hu no. Now hwe na hu no say nipa e ba register no or the nipa din e buy. Company registration di show I didn't know hu no. Or address. So akoye kanana because of say scan free no. Yen sheda mi metua miniska madi yen sheda mfa chire nkojibi and that is what happened to the previous administration.
Okay.
That's what happened to nti UPPF no ohwe UPPF nko aminua it generates in excess of 4 billion Ghana cedis annually.
Wow.
The whole industry. Say OMC's for no ti omusika editua transporters na sika beka UPPF is in excess of 2 billion.
And a tie ho.
Na sika say na di ma NIB is MPA a commercial bank. Is a universal bank.
But our resources are chain.
Our resources, financial resources, and only manage says kawi. Nti ye can say sika na ekɔ hɔ no dɔɔso. Nti e basa na omo responsibility so be ensure full compliance of regulation in the industry no. Ayira because sika chi no mudi.
Does the law specify na emphasis fund this sika nyana?
Oh yes. And I make a freight cost. But in the crowd, mama say omudi bitua national security for national security ne other security agencies no. Omote fund ni bi omo. Omo de fund ni bi suko presidency. Sometimes if you hear them and you laugh. But the act says section 66 of MPA Act no specifies say is for distribution of petroleum products in the downstream.
It is a MPA at the says kano itua transporters ni kawia.
Yeah.
Itua tankers ni kawia. Ne akano ensese ye de bibia biem e solely for sade ne pe
and I ka say surplus ba any kwan say surplus because at any point in time they also manage margin in such a way say onye consumer na mroso but no mo jibroso
inti no munya surplus.
Yes, because our margin way for example in 2022 American the margin was I think 22 pesos per liter. 20 pesos per liter mama ne high. Between 2022 Russia-Ukraine conflict ne buy.
Yeah.
You be kasa no more jump margin no call 75 pesos.
Oh really?
Oh yes.
Now no can they arbitrarily do that?
So they did it with the Ministry of Energy because that's what the law says.
Okay.
Before we adjusting margin biano any tax any levy no they also consult to ministry.
Okay.
So they consulted the ministry and jumped it from 20 pesos so they call 75 pesos. Omoni call 75 pesos at that time be me no be yarding because at that time no be na fuel born air costro. Nti air costro no what they to so na transporters no benefit kakra. But when him say no one fuel price as ba fo. E ma ye ka kira hyenka for taxi driver for GPRT for say omonti o machine to abo so. MPA want so no sign the call 90 pesos. Nti na anu ya ye ka say e just transport cost. Na anu ya share ahyenka for. Me no mienu e ahyenka for monti machine to abo so monti 15%. Omotie Ghana for how Ghana for kum eti ahyenka abo no 15%. I didn't know MPA antene there so because it's also transport cost. Yeah. But they kept it there 90 pesos per liter and they are still keeping it there. And they make huge sums of money omuya no more money ni basa. No more catch so money deficit. No more catch so money spending anyway. Yen carry. We UPPF free your primary distribution margin.
Okay.
And also another margin sika omohweso. And also ye transport cost. Okay. But the transport cost no interdepot transport. Interdepot ne say Kroman ya create another failure institution bust. Nti ye create bust no, bust will depots across the country. Nti bust will depot across the country and you say okay, ye pese ye create zonalization. Nti zonalization no, any kwan so be free tamale. Ebe for product to Accra.
Okay.
Any kwan so be free Bolga, ebe for product to Accra. Because of say ya establishing a depot in Bupe no, e was say Bupe depot no timi serve omo nyina. Okay. Na Bupe depot no kra almost establishing almost sign lay pipelines from Bupe to Bolga and a Savilugu booster station. Okay. Nti yɛn pompi product no nkɔ Bolga nti Bolga no so be serve Upper East and a beer for export. Okay. Nti zonalization dia and yes adia yɛn fa primary distribution margin into so. Na yɛn load product no ɛnfa nkɔ yɛ depots no across the country. And knowing that so the primary distribution margin into so now load product no effectively across the country, it means that no OMC ebe bro UPPF equalization zone no so. Obia be below the equalization zone. Nti 90% na enya de obia betima dida. Because obi load ko bupe to Tamalia and do 385 kilometers. Bolga crowd even thinks they do 385 kilometers. Obi load afri bupe e dey back in Tampa enusa or the better chima enusa so say your zonal
distance no so.
Distance no so. Nti obi bia ni obetima consume OMC bia ni obeka cho say we consume 90% neda. But because you creative boss say no so nye failure no. Enya abribia na boss enya product e de ko bupe. Okay. And enya abribia na enya product de ko Kumasi. Nti boss product na nka yesi onye interdepot transfers no only 7% of the total consumption of this country. I see. Product or they call other depots no. 7%. But 100% of petroleum consumers in Ghana 26 pesos.
For 7%.
For 7% ajuma. On the Americano. Nti on chrono a kroma yede mra ebo Ghana for chrono.
But why have you guys been quiet over
we've stayed you are ka ho asem bebre but on my mu hanom no. I think say we are comfortable.
NPP ni NDC ya dream.
Aha, ya dream konima bebre ho. Nti ade a boss ye 7% adwuma no. 100% fu etua. Nti ye tua no so a wo hwe the percentage in terms of you make us say
the full board.
Yes.
The full board.
Yeah. Ne your private companies are almost all products in Boston.
Oh, sir.
Oh, no, like Boston, the credit on count. Boston, Chroma products are Boston store, and I said the performance in the industry in terms of depot storage, about 10% of the whole consumption.
I thought Boss had the biggest.
Our biggest, but underproductive.
I said,
and obi kram person in the Niyama because Udi Ugusu Kogua in church na ebiswati na ira na yes, nti duduona ne even. Toy is even becoming better in terms of storing than Boss. Yes.
Or no more setting it up for storage.
Yes. Sana eko but se Boss to know or no oriented depo no. Ontimi fa na me no kase ontimi fa products enko bupeu.
Only tankers.
Oh, na say no cry the badge na eko the vessel. Botalic no so akoso mo na ya push the call. Ontimi fa products do onko bupe. Ontimi fa products enko Bolga.
Because what? Onibi ana said
one Onibi. And a private BDCs now come be on product because Kogumu say reflecting obupe. Now on microphone loading free bupe no almost one person with the boss because Odibia kwama yesi aira. Odibia kwama yesi swati. Odibia kwama yesi asai.
Inti obi timid import fuel.
Yeah.
E de comma bust. Ema etimi irasa.
Oh, many are theft cases the anya boss ni boss even tall.
Na so the anya theft.
Oh, but it happens. It happens. One of the issues at
silos of
it's me right. The product on under report to say product not buy, and they will give you flimsy excuse temperature variation. Then they buy na flometer and then. Oh yeah, na products there. Meaning era also. Until because of say it even private BDCs no. Obi am person the product because to even private depot. That's what they call.
Into to adwuma no kra na swati.
Yeah.
And I you 100% for 7%.
7% adwuma.
And 100% you get any beer wokoto fu obi etua
moka. OTB 23 pesos per liter, which accumulates almost 1.3 billion Ghana cedis annually.
The 100% is supply 7%.
Adwuma. 1.3 billion Ghana cedis annually. This 1.3 billion Ghana cedis no, 7% of it credit map bust. Say okay, why zonalization? Why interdepot transfer? The akano eko. Why bottom na eko? Eno so MPA so.
Ni nyina akọ MPA.
Yes, on the managers have found no. Me ni obi din komo bia o say omo plan on person me say omo person me de come boss. Eno cry west.
Okay. Je say ya twa margin bia to ho a ye de ma boss. Ya twa margin bia to ho a ye de ma tankers no.
Yeah.
Sa margin na ye twa no.
Yeah.
Say yetete ni etua tankers ne kawia ne eka no.
Yeah.
MPA
hwe so.
Ni yesi enfama boss no. 7% pay.
7% pay.
But obiya etua bi.
Yeah, obiya etua bi.
Obiya etua 100%.
Yeah.
into we 7% ni free 100 ni mu big ma bosta ni aka ni esika yantam e san de ma MP
so
ana omumu hu akonta
da
say bia de bia so
yetua san se kina na obebu hu akonta o na menim utua sa esika no so it goes there
ti aden na se fu obo kosoro a wo mu ni sa esika ni bi fan hye na ye ho ntoye na de bia ka chese ni
abro a ye kroma ye mpanyifo no bi ekura abro ni timoden ene krono peseminkuminya ene omudi credit most of the organization managing.
I can imagine Sika
tai me say MPO is casting NIB. Na say NIB dey na mo say dey call enye 2 billion.
2 billion.
MPO is richer than NIB. I'm telling you.
And the fund is sitting there.
Sitting there, lack of accountability, no transparency, no one accounts to anybody.
Is that okay? No one accounts to. I'm running establishing funds, you know.
Yeah.
Or so at the control measures become one, and I say.
So that is a failure. I think 66. I overheard section 66. Okay. One of the failures, and they say it was some report to funds, quarterly to the CEO. CEO reports to the ministry. But and yet,
so with any oversight,
because that may catch you being say ESLA 899, which is currently 1135, and as a minimum at my another amendments, or say 114 something. Any of them, section 6 of the ESLA, the original one, it talks of public publication, like publishing of the reports annually to the public, how they performed and how they were utilized. Into here, ESLA say, Afi bia was a Minister of Finance bia e ka chen say ESLA ni agi say na edi ska no. But MPA die eni ho sa. Die won say ugigi wi a ko ka che minister say na ugigi.
We say na megigi na minister so ni odo be ko no de akọ. Nti obi ani akira wo hwemu.
O hwemu ahu. So ahu. Minua uye no free ho a na reho sem kra ne say bibi. Yaka PDM ya omagi fuel market margin we ni so antimi nka ho asem. Yaka enu awie boss margin we boss na ono oje 100% out of only 7% performance no or sanji boss margin 12 pesos per liter and also abus afibia no it generates in excess of 600 million Ghana cedis. So 600 million Ghana cedis no there be a boss to see or the improving infrastructure in the industry bepemine infrastructure improvement ye nti like ya create MPA no with this subsidiary say omo milk petroleum consumer no and say user no. Na de ha me kesi na LPG. Bibi gas. Unim say April last year under Mustafa Hamid. Some of us agitated say NTS. But Ghana for no enya MPP ni ndisi ntino. Omanfa ho anjim. You nyina to gas okroma and also be cylinder recirculation model. Right? If you look at the model, if effectively implemented, will increase penetration because the cost of putting out cages in your manner is one of the least. Until me accessibility, a bit more increase at the rural areas. No be. We all support that cylinder recirculation model. What do you ban? And now the $80 per metric per count. So before so the cylinder recirculation be yajumano, the $80. And the justification for the $80 was that omudi be manufacture cylinders. 46 pesos, 34 pesos to manufacture cylinders, and 46 almost be bottling of cylinders. Bottling means that almost fele gas na gu. Minua April and almost strategy is carry. Bosumi be consume about 28,000 metric tons. 28,000 metric tons. Until multiply by 8 years, this is the excess of $2 million. Right? Bosumi be already $2 million. $2 million be obi ka say so am from CDs mu. Ne kraya e CD enam 10-50 in India money. We are talking in excess of 30 million Ghana cedis. Bosumi bia na oje. What is scan from April last year? Edibe payment na me no ka say oda so scan. Only penetration in terms of cylinder recirculation model no. Penetration is less than 1%.
Because payment in 1.7.
For example, in May, you consume almost 28,000 metric tons. Cylinder recirculation no. It's I think around 86 tons.
Inti $80 na.
Inti eno so de mpesa me che onya say ya ye consume LPG nyina no ye tua the $80. Nemom omo a also mu tua $80 na nkasa no less than 1% of the 28 million.
E better na gas bo nyedin.
Enyedin. Sa sika no so no omo gi sika no ne uka accumulate sika na e bro 400 million Ghana cedis. And also omaji omoteso.
Etaho.
Utaho no so wajimi misika no. You've never accounted for it. Transparency measure be any who obeka say oh sika na maji say me di promote gas usage no we na media ye. Nkrofo we na media hia omfa nye. Yet you are finance minister so that the one Ghana cedis abeka ho. Nti sanka sa surplus we nyina ebro 3 billion sanka won kuko ne futuo mu a at least on tinfa other priority projects.
Because I don't know, Ghana for muti sankomo ya se dia. Me mate ase and I've tried severally say me busa the same question differently say be ya emu beda ho amayen. Because MPP aban bab yen chen be ka che say yentua kakra nka ho say be ya ebia fango ho nsem nkwa atwe ana ene aye kan yetua 1 cedi energy sector ye ka eda ho de kwakwa clear. But say fuel prices ekosro, there hasn't been a time where I buy akase fuel prices were ekosro mo de me fa sa aka ne ma me amefa ka no mo futuo bi da ho no mo a me gigi scan fi mu am ho but ne ye dia ye wi am bi aka nti no me de hyem aban ne bi ma ye da meanwhile yen taxes na yetua emra ye koto fango no yetua taxes na ye will be being so afraid the margins. MP ejiji free ho. Ede transporti fuel no. Inti tankers no. Yama wo mo ye ne tu mo transportation mo ansa na fuel no. Etimi de free depot ede aba o filling station ho. Eno MP ejo kakra wo so. Eno achi ye wo ebi nso wo ho a eno boss to fo nso de. Boss to foi womo eje fango na o ma sede no so mema na make sure say for no across the country say be ya transportation ho be ya asem bebiri ntino esisi depots ewo other parts of the country say be ya distance and be short wesisi depots yi enti adwuma pa wo say wo ya wo de be pompe eye fuel na kwa other places na just 7% pe bin you asa 7% adwuma no Ghana ni bia tue binti 100%. Se ati 7% ni fi 100 na e dem boss to mu a. Ni aka no eda ho. Ensofu obo okosoro a aban koyi seska ni bi efan be kushin yen. Ana LPG so dia beka ho. Ya gi $80 be ya fi ba ko nie. Se ye na be ya Ghana ni bia betima yusu gas. Ya gigi $80 ya enso enne wo se wo kwakọ hemu pa nipa dodo a wo mu eyusu gas bi through a policy o mo dia ba 1% pe o enso we have been paying $80 for sad fianity bobusa say sika na aka no mo de ye den ekohin
why are they watching mu ye
asem kasi o
says I mean okay Robert Stevenson because who kinu bro for ye
because seriously
you see
say me ade we say Ghana 40 asese na bi amemeti ase na nka ebi anka ba na ntesukokwa ya tiache previous governments over this can Kenya
it's not easy and the piano because of this can edosuko MP no it entices them to be corrupt.
Any bi na ti hu
obi wo hokra na onye corrupt but minia say wo ko regulator just like EPA just like e-waste just like standard authority and as be a FDA na okoho na unim say sika we na me kwakotena so obeduru ho no na sika e kwakotena so no ebo 10 billion ademinia o GCB kura no o 10 billion nti when you see the resources there, you be corrupt.
You be innovative.
Yes, find a way to steal from the public purse. Because law no so emma onye transparency with this utilization. Law no ma on can't say no what use the other come out buying because the law even doesn't stay safe for Biko presidency. But how the Biko presidency anyway?
Into we be free mukra obi ampo mu ami hunu mpo na obi ambusa umpo.
Yes.
So same say for Ediana about this matter.
Fortunately for us, I think that the Minister of Finance is a listening minister.
Okay.
Last Saturday, Michiano.
Okay.
And me put this message across.
Okay.
He supports it entirely. Now the EPC is Ghana for you and support the NG scanning free MPO. At least about Minister of Finance, Krana. You be man shemra. You be man why very transparent and accountable.
You be who know this
scanning. Right?
So
because the sector needs modernization.
So key points of action here the one, omonje say human
free yes, no more regulation. Omonje funding free omunzam.
Okay.
Because surplus fund say could the Minister of Finance at least obey me the priority projects be. Obey me the school feeding. Onfantua. Na yehu. Aside that yen audit from 2020 yen audit all the funds could do omunzam. Ni who send you utilize this can be because we sad deficit issue in 2022 no there because when I attended the meeting this gentleman Kofi Bento was there, Bemboachi was there, all the other guys, I think Kofi Kapito was even there, and no more, and the guy stated say they made a surplus of 320 and the auditor general report making this deficit of 131 million Ghana cedis.
Ain't mean ye public debt mistake here bia.
That mistake I am
auditor general but can't say public debt was overstated. It is see I be anyway possible.
BBA mistake let's audit it. Right? Yeah, audit it. Yeah. There ye kase ye dis Ghana Minister of Finance na kase ye mfa nko sa akwa.
Okay.
Ye hia law ebema me new mienu ye beka the committee and the management of the fund because sika ye Minister of Finance ka
ye na etua
se fa boy ye nua no mo srim
e na abroso
we
ne mu be use awie
abroso ade aka no ma me new mienu civil society should part of any committee on be establishing to manage the funds. The GPIT for all petroleum users or more advocacy organization, either CPA Consumer Protection Agency or either COPEC or more na yenim so or more consumer for one or petroleum downstream or more kahubi. The OMCs kahubi. Tanker owners no kahubi. And sana ye nipa ba ko free the ministry. Amanaka. So the ye nyina nim say na yesika die ne ko. Ye ko na se bi ka you bet me aka so ye chemu fan e de farmer ban na enfa fan to
so that chi bi se be shemra de ato ho say e bi ka ne we ni e fan
ye na emu ama pepe yo mra kroma na sika na a politicians ni omo executive ti so kroma na menua enye sika wa na e sika nso as sebio e ma bi no bokro no
na kwa say ye nim se sika dodo se ni hia e de aya ade no but esan se obi atue binti no ye benya ama na bro so ena ye yusu ni ye hia na wie ana aka bie adewe de Ghana for munyina mo support
because like if when sometimes utie de eba and ama ni bre kra san ba ho utie de to jekia some people at MPA thought that na on deserve say anka obey UPPF coordinator because I think it was Ajiman Abrand papa nyamemfa ne currency you know Association of Oil Marketing Companies no na yo mo panyini ena na odano and I do so a retirement because no Bruce 60 years. DP coordinator for fro. Coordinator for fro because of this can they will be a PB no be a pray. And about konyae.
Okay.
Ba konyae no aja and the akotunini. Indeed there are even insiders who are even thinking that the atunini is because of not do one support. Because free money. Na ye the amaye nua kuma bi so a ebinum so from information amagada no eso ka say onduru se anko be manage sa fan no. And is that it?
No more omo fund managers in their right.
No. Say fund, they are not fund managers in their right, but until so be managers are fund, at least you should be a director.
Okay.
Hold director position. Because sika kesi any kwanso de komo bia oba na anu ya na so nimfisu na so but the gentleman managing it now today no a UPPF for example no or a lower level.
Okay.
But he did not cause to manage that fund. And because minia free money.
And they send me across your best to us.
Oh, Madika Kano sister station be say enye me nwanwa say dachi say dachi NDC free swa na say enye I scratch my back I scratch your back government nyina etimu kroma obi ote so ne ye betimi edina kogina assemble bia because ye ka say ye good forensic audit pa me da bia me ka ye ka say good forensic audit of historical data in the petroleum industry with respect to NPR obi o manage NPA bia from 2005 obedam oh serious because can you free money ye be tata wo trotro nyina na yaje na yakochadi na ya live big ye be tata wo trotro nyina na yaje and our who say trotro ni because of say only this information no why di on kan wasem
and says very subject to abuse pa because say na okay it means can be the Jubilee House because emrebian chire ni emphasize kan nye ene ubi kai national security almost the almost kan entudi ya kan national security and ya kan the akata so sa see the quiet national security adwuma ye de come obi privately yenim and because emre bia mbata ho a supervision papa bia ni sunti no sika no de obi apɛ no de ye
nti omo de aye wie but de ka nyina say what modi bia eye
but ahotoso sa by we be yes ade say one obegye fund management role na free MPA for himself obe set up a multi-stakeholder committee omo be manage sa fund no ususu say aban be ye
yeah I think that many Minister of Finance kasa and the omame assurance I think and that is very critical and key and apart from Minister of Finance there are other sector players that they also contribute to this discussion I think many of them watching with ASEP they are also stronger than say yenis can influence them I think they are even calling for a whole liberalization of the sector now obi uncertain the cost transportation cost and here a bit may affect you mostly
there's a social cost
that into your more argument no until if you read their position on this particular matter let's liberalize the system deregulate transport let every OMC decide its fare whether down or northern part so that you know crown a bit more boy in a way in the sense that say be a chroma so what the toso say 90 or no di chroma 20% no tia ina 60% now can so the cost remove bit me their support now I clear that particular so now you know so abo anyway so that's their position I think Imani Ndrami Hominia Franklin Kujonis the Facebook post or share me nra me kan me papa panyini Dr. Komra Donko Dr. Komra Donko ono so managing industry that I think from earlier days ono so kire say yes fund no ono nkase ma yin free MP ye man nka MP ba surplus no de abribi engine free omunsam which still now I disagree with him yen nyina free omunsam
fund no de say
no any quite because omo ye regulator omo do regulate omo niema omo regulate omo industry na yen say there's compliance in the industry but say this kabo akọ show more scano in excess of 10 billion there
it's kind of yes capital
hardware nti there are others and in the coming days I think me Okansi Godfrey Okansi and a trade statement Remote Mobilization Africa we are trying to say besa petition even though the Minister of Finance eden anu asema ka kire and but besa petition ni biom say onye na won hwe say by the 2026 budget no law be we say the ba say amendment of MPA Act now and I think that MP omodi kan de omo bail amayen and some say yahwemu achiro mu the amaka nyina the also mo with respect to some of these funds because the earlier bill now compare some of the call ansana abai no esan no say they still wanted to keep these funds at MPA and then you see the BNT the new bill no so we are still pushing say the funds should not be at MPA yenyi funds in free MPA ebinum say Minister of Energy still is under MPA Yemfanko Minister of Energy because no bank.
Momo advocacy in the same Minister of Finance. Okay. Now, are there timelines to some of the demands? Because BBT said audit. In the meantime, Finance Minister Ibia always said the next budget, 2026 budget. You know, the fund is still being managed by MPA.
Yeah.
As we buy fuel, we are paying these margins. Yeah. Niomode still you because of the current situation. More buying a timelines be of an audit because in many here we need to know what has gone on.
I think that many RMA we are looking at more a softer way of diplomatic way of engaging government, and I think so far as a Minister of Finance, my assurance, beman the benefit of the doubt, and or young guy or that she would need to be a Dutch or press obedi. And sincerity is one of the best ways to become a president. And honesty. When you do one catch and say, "Obedi Coppola," it was so follow through. Now the couple you benefited from some of these things because again to me, Entia Emma Trotrofoni, GPRD phone Tuesca, Emma Obibia, Ombedino MPA.
Now, Auditor General report, a comprehensive on the fund.
No, I don't think so. I think it's one of the shoddy works the Auditor General dealt in the petroleum downstream.
Really?
Oh yes. One of the shoddy works away in the downstream. Any UPPF.
I don't
know. Because if you look at the fund, and sometimes expectations of queries are one missa, right? For example, MPA Timika said, no, we're spending 2 billion in excess in 2023 with respect to expenditure. Now we someone say, expenditure being on which fund? Because Sikano, and you know, OMC na GG. OMC na GG within local no, the Akan or the Abecho. In the same Kwana was spending 2 billion. How? On what consumption? So I think they could have done better by even projecting because kind of looking at our consumption, it's kind of Auditor General and the books, I think there's kind of Oh no, answer. And yes, I think answer. So. Because I think they realized 3 billion in excess. But if you look at our consumption, say the American catching over consumption in 2024, which is hovering around 4.9 billion. Now 4.9 billion times 90 pesos. With their calculation, that's our 4.5 billion.
That's a lot of money.
4.5 billion. So 4.5 billion, that's a Auditor General by report to say MPSU or realize it 3.5 or 3 something billion. Balance na can
Now question.
Balance na can. So it also means that sometimes auditors no even do not have understanding. They lack understanding of the industry. Balance na can way. So obi na ntua, why na ntua? Why were the companies not listed in the Auditor General report about omo ntua? Because we know our consumption.
Very valid questions.
So until Auditor General there, in the, with respect to UPPF, maybe other areas or Yajuma, but with respect to UPPF, I think that Wanyajuma pa or
Yajuma calling for a special audit. A
special audit, I think it's in the statement. We call for it. Say audit UPPF from 2021 to 2024. Okay. Even the first half of 2025.
Why not from 2000 and
it's about data. You see, sometimes be an historically, we trace some data up to 2015, 2005, right? Especially 2015, I be amended act but the so that audit and so be my platform to reform the sector, right? Nti ebe the ekoso enye ni yatima reform sector no ya yatima di no kre sector no yatimi ama fango boaefo ama yenuanum trotrofo eswati na de meka nyina ne se abribia na yatimi hye trotrofo e ma omoti omufango buo so omoti ahyentua buo so rada na no mo e bai say ya ma mate so 15%. I didn't know UPPF yanti so because it's also transport cost. I didn't know PDM yanti so it's also transport cost. So these are free monies going to people. Eno mudi na mwasa beka de se bie nhia nkyere ye nti yesro mo aban omampanyini John Dramani mama teso a oso ono de ode no kredie ne be na dwuma ode pepe yo ne be na dwuma no omo na ninko MP na onji scan from sana scan ko ne do so do omonye bank
Benjamin Nsiamedo asini chichimu ade aba I think say wabie mani and almost 80 no some issues na say wabie obi ani pa yetua fu obo dendendene but sikano bibiri na no kogu ba bia nkofo de ye nyomo pe and as Ghanaians we need to pay attention to issues we na etimi ko ho cause ankoma papa bi mu a ankafu obo kosoro a wasa ban timi plow back kasi mejiji ska me the margins be to so ema ye distribute fuel akabi wa chire intimi fan so manfo so asene kakra but aban would never do this because minu mienu yenim no nso nti yembusa nti aban etiskaro so no de ye no de pa ne enso atimu ne etua saa kade we yenim pa nka once di we kura nka sese etweme ba
na se me ka sema muntua mo na mo sembe tu
ana de long voice
na ska mutua ska gu okromo a
ye nyina ne etua
ye gu okromo a ye tua ska gu ba manfo de ye
because it doesn't make sense at all
ye tua ska gu hwe trotro ni a ono ti trotro annual salary annual averagely the transport sector pays around 6,000 obi o MP ni monthly salary 50,000
busumi
ene ye nipa be 10 what commercial transport operations ana omo twitro no omo afia katua
na MP adwuma be mpa no ye ho abusumi tu bi
ene se wona obetima educate amanfo
awurade nyame be me da se me shira papa Benjamin Nsia eyopani a oda semse ano wono no makofa nkomo ya ba say yehwena NPA yehwena on pay attention to being a regulator na sa two funds in fact 3 funds a ehye na se no yanyim free ni nsem because sika no akuntabuo ye basa emu na ho fan enu achi kura nso no sika no kwakota ho na yabɔ ho kawie no ne yede ye nso ya sem foforo nkomo we afi na hyase will continue with it and speak to other people involved in this matter almost betimi aboa na expanding nkomo no as the days go by obeka me ho na yedi san nkomo no as and when we get there 98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadi ni ma menton ade mra mekoba yebeti asinsem foforo mu
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say think funding before projects.
Rise and shine, it's another day to stay on point. Toast to spread it, it's still on point. Watch it spread it all day long. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Watch it spread, it's still on point. For your bread, it's still on point. For your toast, it's still on point. It's yummy, delicious. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. For your toast, it's still on point. It's still on point. Watch it spread. It's yummy, delicious.
Fortune spread, delicious, creamy, and always on point. This advert is FDA approved.
Happy 98.9 FM Tiafwe! Mumienina, Yamuchi, Nayanko Abosokai! Jumadia Chentrente Kasia, Happy 98.9 FM. Yawada, Echato, Elbusumi Biamon, Yet the Babontain, Betre, Happy on Wheels, Afei and Andrew Abosokai. Our Ablekuma Central, and Peswanaso, Kaijumadi, Ebakoso, 31st of July, 2025. Our Abosokai, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Right, Niantrasi, Na Enkomo Ahudwa, Ewa Abosokai no, Yantrasi Nieni, Yantrasi, Niani MCE, and Empenyon Fahudwa, Womukabia Womo, Ewa Ablekuma Central, Constituency, Yenyomu Eninkitahwe, Yensiadie, Enfant Free, the Ghana National Fire Service Way, Nian Ninchiremu from Save the Eye Foundation, Kayo, Jumadi Nebekoso, 31st of July, Yawada, Abosokai, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And you home free mu. Happy on Wheels, Happy your on voice, wheels. Your power, your power.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Emirina so si ebusa asem we.
Den na ekọ. Den na ekọ.
Joe DL.
Bibi.
Joe DL.
Bibi.
Joel Ishe.
The Bismark Brown.
Joel Ishe.
The Bismark Brown.
Bakope. Trending man. Unia.
Bibi.
Boko die.
Bibi. We kwe de nya boko. We kwe dadako.
Oh, dadako.
Na
It so be kan dadalumba ne. You say nipa no whole school pa. Dadalumba.
Dadako. Saturday, me Friday, me call baby.
Okay.
Timba fi be 4 a.m.
Na brantie.
Inti me die na me so me sorry a ne nyum we hu mi ama me wa yo wa sa nyum no na ye me yes and na ye me ringtone timi de twa so a me mada nyina na lumba playlist the be 12 na me say me now for no bo me punu say now say bi lumba wa wu didi be so na ko na me say lumba wu say
obi a me de nyum adai
say
Lumbe we number bia fede me ko online na che say bebia na eye nti ye me abusuafo ya akọ now is then ekọ no eye na eye politics ni business ni me ekọ no but we know akoya national issue nti the trending number 1
Luma dey say Oma de share.
Yes, and Bibi, they are Ghana for Eka and it's a young country man Penny John Dramani Mahaman in Abai. So we all imagine so Mema Lumba, a year state bearer, and ya crass him.
Sir, Woman state bearer, Biawa Crabia.
Almost say,
Bibian crime,
almost say, a former president, a US president, Jimmy Carter, who Yanin Washington. Omo catcher man Penny. Any a year na buying some way my dream some Lumba a year state barrier and yan cran sem Fanukon crum
many
na a man for Mukase no we were a year or crown almost yan cancer man penny say a year or my year some of the year or Munoma state Jimmy Carter former president oh ye in chrome Georgia.
Adia nankasa Ghana na yaye bibia
anti
meni omo ya adwene
pa omo omo fanko na eye ekro no omo de ne edom oman no
so ofia hin asante mampon
no insuta yes
okay.
Nti eno story a
edika insuta for so host Ghana
yes
omo so host Ghana omo nya luma so mfa so
yes nti omo say na omo say insuta na omo say campaign do amukọ
no mo pa sebe no mo ka
inti Ghana for say omo pese obi abeti na na hotel na de campaign do a mukọ inti emo obi afam excuse o ye mane ben akra e be mpanimfo no obi ababi dabi
mpanimfo no ko ho
campaign do a mukọ inti a trend number 1 omo state bearer na de omo call for na mo mampanin hu say that the Lumba state bearer no nyen kan sem omonfa no koni krom nsuta
nkan krom yo nkan kra
nti
enchesa
nti omonso monfa na Ghana nyina yenko nsuta
na be makro no so nya so
na ekro no because na say yehu asante mampo hene ne yi mpunto kakra de back mampo any Ghana nyina call mampo
na say obi kura timi jiga kosi hotel nsuta because of Lumba yi be ba
nti oh yes
obi jigabe obesi hotel
in 2 months obesi
obesi hotel sisia
nti
ode atono kura kan ho
yes nti insama Ghana for come they count because
Ghana for ya
adwene because of nipa no involved no any state burial no
right
yes nti na Ghana for say nka
one fa Luma nka ho kura nka me kura nyem
na Ghana for nti Ghana for man poni we dey esram a
one fa national theater no to
enya bad
omo renovate no fa to no
enya bad
because I mean
enya monument bi the manner enya bad yes nti
the Germans are celebrating
yes
nti say ye be ye de yie keka emwa ye mpa biribi mfa ne din so
mfa ne din de
national theater yi
so nti na Ghana for ka say ye pese enwumnyama odi asho man nso ye be hye ne bi na aye kwan paso a de bia yitwa ne fruma no yenkoye so now bibi ya twaso no the oldest president in the world Paul Biya
akwai say
umso ntumi nante
o me awe pa
onoma
osan ko bi
Paul Biya a typical example of causing financial loss to the state because onoma say nipa be 4 omo shadow garden no
e don tena Cameroon ho
dabi otena obewu
obu man na fi abrochi
no bibi the truth is Pobia jeye no otena Cameroon do 1 week obewu
oh ye ja university or hospitals bi emu
dabi na say obra pa ojoru okwan nti onu ntontumi ntena Cameroon
na sisi o se den
now election e beba so October ya election ba beba so na yeto about 2018 no opinion odi second uko Cameroon opposition leader ye friend Maurice Kamto Sabre o ya me no ka say last week na ba say aba no ya disqualify no.
When the Pobia election.
Yes. Yes, say ya ma kwan e ma 2018 wa contest. Afuei because I say almost share petita claim.
We sure say Pobia ohu owura. The picture crab ko so di ade.
Yes. In the house almost share petita claim. I say Maurice come to we obetumi aha dwen because Pobia no obeso odia to say obeka ne nse gu ne bo. Inti almost sure Maurice come to beha no nti sabia me no ka say Maurice come to file appeal the Constitutional Council in Cameroon.
Okay.
Say kwanyo omusi omo mani contest abanu bi no enfo kwan mu nti omo nya den omo nhihye mu
na we sure say Supreme Court no be ma no fair judgment there.
But answer the judgment in beba no the UN Nations Department of Safety and Security omo the statement bi aba say based on charter omo peke no makacha Pobia ni paying for say Mama Maurice come to uncontested protest demonstration and hu e Cameroon one shot in your over 50 years of reign hu bi da
ono fa no Pobia
inti eno ene nsama efi Cameroon
eyu nkasa eyu for nkasa
eyu bibi adano last week mi hu video bi akoda ketwa bi mi save video
onya yufu aseme no bubu
yes also no oko African Union meeting one question pen obebi so mo what have you people been discussing me who video na say we dey say me dey can but last week in that affair from minimum akwan say one day so nya kwanya ko AU one question pe
na obebu say obo mushia mo discuss
then na mo discuss
Osha Africa poverty ene adokuno yen bra na ye bre musu da bia mo ko summit amusu mo discuss
because omoni power enye AU for na when Libya issue ni see no omo catch NATO say munjai ye ne Gaddafi akasa o say obe surrender NATO for no catch say mo amunim mamo mo plane bia be enter Libyan airspace we cannot guarantee their safety AU for no money to me bia na mama for ko Middle East bibi middle ra Middle East one so enyoma
akola na kana asem no
yes
akola no
yes
na o say oko
AU baby so mo one question some penny for what have you people been discussing
na say
also ko EU baby so mo one question pe
cause penifo na ti ho no wodwene ho ahunu
akola ketekete o sha onya 16 years
o dabi we mi say 12 years
akola ketekete
we dia
be also onya EU penifo baby so mo say na nya bia no da bia na yeko AU meeting na yeko AU meeting African Union meeting mo kwa den na mo koka because as a yen hu mo so mfa so bia on this continent.
When I get a chance to attend the AU summit, which sits in Ethiopia, I have only one question to ask the members who have been sitting there before.
What question?
What have you been discussing for so long? What have you been talking about for so long? To the extent that some African countries are still fighting each other up to now. Yes, what have they been talking?
For discussing.
Yes.
Me. And one
say we are penning to us. I'm
so baby says then na moko AU moko kan say yehu muso mfa so bia na ye Middle East wa. Bibi enoma e koso. Yeah. Enoma e koso sisi ano
Israel for no kan.
Yes, UN backed food security agency. One in omo de aba bontin say Israel am makwan e food aid in Romu e Gaza. Omo achema one shot we will see the worst case scenario in the history of famine.
Omo kan hwe. UN phone kan hwe.
Nsema omo keka no.
Because you are telling us the obvious and I'm what eduane am kwa di bi hu.
Yes.
Ede na mo ya ma Israel for na comply.
Na bibi, dey who say, unim say, in the last 10 days, more than 20,000 children in Gaza have been admitted for treatment for acute malnutrition.
Omu yo mo sa ko bomb hospital ni omu da no so aka.
Inti wey and e koso amanfo ka say I say we bibi mamu na si ya nkomu di jon and na yenim human rights police nkomu ba
ke twa boss UN dey say catch you say UN dey after Kofi Annan UN enye UN bi mu
o mama nkrofo o ma e be dey
UN dey Kofi Annan dey ho sunsun nyina akọ obi ambo mu biem na edi
den na ekọ bibi e be kwa sentimental
ye
e be kwa sentimental
den na ekọ so
na eye midi video no so asende o na ye kwa sentimental ma edika onu say eye Ghana School of Law omo si omo betra eye omo ahiemu
in fact aban
policy otumfo eye sisi a ye mfa bill no nyanko parliament but otumfo so we twa asase ato ho
sharp
on the on China ye wieni abeka so na ye kosi no he ene dabi we twa asase na to na bibi enye no kwa ne asama air trend o dia air trend en say otumfo said to the second or the 1A1 1A2 1A3 edi ama eye oba ahema a owo Asante Mampong
okay
ene ni mpanimfo se mo Mampong hini na wawu no a yesie nu na mu kwa akoyi obi no mo nhwe na mo ankwa ankoji obi sika otumfo say enamafo say odi siye ewo eye is it Tafo or eye one of eye nkronkro ni bi no nti eye otumfo say me temo 1A1 1A2 1A3 mo yamu eye we ni ya sat committee a donte hene da no nti mo yimu de ni ya
de be san hwe ni bi
adonte hene ne committee enso ba take box yina nemmo oba hema woni eye umpanifo mo kono mo nhye na mo ankwaje dehye bi asika
otumfo kasase ara chese watibiri
yes
enti no
ani abrewa to no ko ne krachi dia nipa aka akwamu hene
so nipa aka esi hene tuhufo akwamu hene adonte hene chidom ankobia se jase hene wo ho anko hyenemu se jase wo anko hyenemu wo no na ebesi jase fo no nyina na so na ebesi jase fo no nyina na obia ena benkum su ni ho nifa afijase ena achiame hene su ni ho se abrewa nipa ye wo mo ko gina ho ama wanya nipa san wo mo aka nyina feku omo no akwa mo hene da feku no nyina no se se we o ma nyina no feku no ko ni ena da sa o nyina no asembie no eye akwa mo hene asakwa mo hene adonte hene chidom hene ankobia nifa ena aka se elipa dum ena ba aka se ya una sabe this year wọ́n mọ̀ wá ká wọ́n sẹ́nu sẹ́sẹ́ bẹ̀ fata náà sọ wọ́n fata.
ẹnkẹ jaase hinẹ na wofrẹ no na adi ma no so wọn kọ.
si jaase hinẹ sẹ na wofrẹ no na dama no sọ fọkọ mpanyinfoɔ no.
wọ́n di nima na n'o ni mpanyinfoɔ n'aka.
wọ́n di nima na n'o ni mpanyinfoɔ n'aka wọ́n di n'o hɔ.
wọ́n ni hɔ no.
so n'o ni hɔ no.
ayɛ adɔntenyin kura yɛ mɔba.
sɛ adɔntenyin yɛ mɔba.
mɛbɔ a.
ɔno bɛ du.
adɔntenyin yɛ mɔba dura.
yɛ wɔ sɛ kura du.
nipa no no.
ɔno wɔ sɛ kura du.
wunya nipa na frɛ no.
yɔm.
na ka sɛ wei nam de ma akɔma mpanyinfoɔ.
yɔm.
na afei wa ɔno nkɔbɔ sɛsɛ akɔ mu hene.
yɔm.
ɛna kyerɛm hene.
yɔm.
ankɔbea.
yɔm.
ɛna nifa.
yɔm.
ɔmɔ amaneɛ.
yɔm.
kyia no ɔfɛ wodi din nyɛ nipa ne din no a wɔbɔ na ade.
yɔm.
Now the DNA ma womu. That's womu wo hu bibi kan anaso obi si oni no nti wo pe no a. Na wa bebo amane. Ma mani pa kro no akohu mpanyifo. Womu hu no a eno a. Sazo womu ni no ne yebeka no ho asmane aka. Obi owo bibi tia no o mfata so odi hine no aka ache. Sa womu ni bibi anso tia no dia na che woni akro ya dia konwa no ma. Empanyimfo no mu ni tumi ze mu ko de shebrante bi akwaji ni sika sam de akonya be ma obi ani wo sa tumi
Ndi bibi ena otumfo se mu ni ho kwa bi asam beko de she bia wakwaji ni sika nti nana kasa now ye di wie no Attorney General and Minister of Justice
asem we ahemfo bi nsunsun nkan
Amanfo yeah too much.
Akindie ni de akwesi kasemu.
Amanfo yeah too much.
Kwesika. Emi de so asem obi ankoji
I say mama ankoji obu share list no because I say BBS putting on record that the Mampong is the second powerful in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Occupant of the silver stool.
Nti Okotumfo cannot entertain.
That be to me on to me my way am for now Attorney General and Minister of Justice and we can we are maybe our voice no.
Okay.
Now Dr. Dominic Ahene say fan to say oh no ne botaye ne say omo mmodi sika no be prosecute omo no we di omo echi ne mo so wakwanya so obetumi arekoba sika ne bi dia obekwa akoye den akwaje because in criminal prosecution no getting case in getting conviction is not rest assured because a confirm bi wo ha omo ye very intelligent and a confirm so most council the big prosecute ma obrepa unum say ni pen we ska ba kwan ya obefa so prove nti so no ni team no omo tena no mu so case we ye betumi a recover 60% na ye idia no magiska no nti anya say bia o twetwa case mu rof
yatina NDC fo a omo hwe ani musi ede nkofo batum no omo pesa kwan we de
send there one for one tuma send there e de ye hwe
because nkofo expectations nku and okay say we dey NDC ni Dr. Dufo
no say we say
no ya fana ntum kra NDC
we say Ghana for say we listen we judge in 2028 your posts our video no uko comment na say the ankofo ka bebre na say we listen but we will say what we have to say
in 2028
because
na campaign aka say oba be negotiate agiska nkenu nko but am for expectations
yes nti eno na Ghana for say bedu ho no na ye gisika no ena ye den eye de
Ghana for hwehwe
ena Ghana for hwehwe
ombe kire
ye be ma wo hu senya no so a ye be ma wo hu ebinum so say wan hwe Attorney General to say na omuso agya na wan hwe you will be the first and ni tibeka ho because senya Ghana for pay jail no we say yakwaji sika enye sika and Ghana for be say sika nde yenim so omadi or the 100 seni power the 100% kwa na eba na o 60%
the thing is that ye twa sabia to ho asa twa esa na ye twa no ye hwe biribi ye pa ye hwe biribi ye ya ade bia ma krono ehu abanyam
I attractive
ye ya ade bia ma se ode won sabo abaisika mu ana se ofa kwantunu kwan bia se di abaisika unsuro akiri because ni ohia ne se odi ska ne be ye biribi a ye be kyewa a obetime tuom 60%
no
the where omo twro yen constitution no omo nim nyansa o yen laws ni bi kase boni bi wo ho a wodi kura ye bo ka esande to afiase so what I say because afiase da no ewo ne ye ewo
serve as deterrent
eso na be say ene enti we na no ane se bra wo wi eska na ohu pa lawyer form ye good no mo delay tactics na party mra power
betumi atwum sa
twum na party ba power so betumi akotua 60% awetua na call baby no ochina san kɔbɔ kro no biem na san de atutum sa na na mu
sa strategy na
say no mo pese ekɔ ne dia well we dey here but say president you no mo establish dia omo omampani hwe na extend to ato esien
no but ato bibi ato dia no say under nanado
yes
so ka so obetua
bi
obetua bo ntumi ntua ne threshold agreement no ne state no koye no when ntumi ntua me ne ndu
yo but we did how many years of prison
2 and I say
2 very well
nti the man focus and they atom fa the aka no beso so
in his case of course anka bia judge na what case no so no e man more time on ko raise his no
yeah and so
but judge ne for so am on a timeline no time and national went me into the middle kwakotum
say non crime man how many years
at least him is 10 or 15 years tie say attorney general we esusu say utua 60% or no for so okay ne e pa che say na wa kire say nipa na watua 60% no wagitum so wa wi o man ni sika ne mo ntimi nya ni nyina ama yen obenya bi di ama yen message I dey my no no yati etimu bi
bibi yes so na be your force betina se
Jody L me da se papa so de den na ekọ aba enti attorney general ni biem
of the first the first parliament of the Fourth Republic do not expect that I will be able to say do not impose. If once the judge accepts it, okay, I can make my representation to the judge as to why this is not a fit and proper case for restitution and a non-custodial sentence. Okay, but that can be rejected because the statute imposes, right, the power and authority to determine the circumstances under which that will happen in the judge, not in the Attorney General. The Plea Bargain Act, on the other hand, okay, imposes the power and authority to, negotiate the deal in the Attorney General. However, the judge has a role to play. The plea agreement must be endorsed by the judge before, it is accepted. Finally, make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, about my intentions. I want to jail persons who have looted state resources, but at the same time, I am pragmatic enough to know that it is not in every instance that is possible. In those circumstances, I will opt for non-conviction-based asset recovery.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
989 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadie eni ma me fanko edu proof na menka sem de bia edu proof de abetumanim se menka nkyere wo ema wo na edu proof se wo pese okosua de ama no ne ebia countries bit se Spain, Malta, ene the Netherlands wo mo ewo ho ma pa bia na Italy so na wani je ho wono se bra na omomwa na enya school mu kwan ombeboa ama wonsa kan visa na afei so enhyehyeye ka ho nyina no omo achiro ama wetimi akọ usuku na edu proof say be ya benya hotoso ewo wono hyehyeye mu no registration fee a obetua no obetua 350 euros only after onsa account admission eno achi tuition fee a betua no obetua only after onsa account eyewo visa omo say omo fees and charges nso ebata ho no sa wonsan kan wo bibia enya de a omo ebe charge wo fees bia ene edu proof sebra na omo moa na usuku apese okọ ewa amanone no say Spain, say Malta, say the Netherlands, any Italy, omo hwe no moa na honsunya suku no ebie ekọ na wono kira be frɛ wo mo ne ewo 054 3190616 Mrs. Subiem 0543190616. Edu proof say your steady journey starts now. Happy on wheels and make ho asem achiro happy on wheels ochine chi pepepe na ye de brewo ewo abose okan nti abose okan fo nyina ye to nsa de afremo se momra nhia no mienu pepepe na indi eye aboso kan komo spare parts dealers mo dwuma mu tisɛn challenges amo famu ene municipal assembly so dwumadi a omudie questions bi amowo ema aban ene aban panimfo mo de ni nyina betudwa ene yebedi omo animu nkomo pa na ya localizing komo no na di aboso kan ho nkomo nti spare parts dealers amo aboso kan ene mo a mo aboso kan potam ho nyina me pa kire Ablekuma Central mama yenhia ewo eye aboso kan ne mfa happy on wheels dwumadi no enhyehyɛ so eye ya wode ye da yanim ya enhia na enye kama na me free word ya na me de ko eye Dr. Zeng deodorant aso eye na Dr. Zeng semen kamfo ma we ni deodorant aba omanyimu a ene obia eka ho asem na obia nso di ho adanse deodorant ye deodorant eye plant based chemicals bia enimu ya twe eye innuanuro every the Eugenia chlorophyll flower mu ene ye dia eye Dr. Zeng deodorant sa deodorant scent bia enim enso wo de ye wo ho a onte nkabone bia nso emfiri wo ho deodorant ye deodorant a uyusu ne ba ko a enanso ubedware aguso ye den na deodorant ne da so ekurawa ede wo koba mfifiri bone bia te umpo a enkabone bia ni ho a obete ewo ho na we no eyade a eboa onipadua no boa wo skin na ewo moto mu ni yie papa isane se eye chemical free eno achi so globally obia age Dr. Zeng deodorant ede atumu papa na me kanfo de amawa na me srew se anwumre wo koda na de aye omoto mu odi omoto mu na ewo wie no ano no 7 days the next 7 days obedware so aye bribia wonhia so de deodorant fofo bia ebe fa moto mu ni nyina ne se ode Dr. Zeng na mo after 7 days na wasan apply baako na wasan de twa another 7 days umpewe na wo pedien wo pese wo da na wo to bia na pese obusa ho asem a wo be frɛ Dr. Zeng deodorant on 0544 767 691 0544 767691 na obetimi so afro mo 0599 032 5599 0599 032 5599. Dr. Zeng says stay fresh, stay natural, stay pure. Dr. Zeng deodorant says stay pure, stay sustainable. No any asem da me woma wo eye ene ewie ye. Na me free Dr. Zeng ho dia na me busa o say wonta de na ya washing powder be na use o. Ye bekọ akodi nkomo kakra wo na efi ho no mo aba na afa ye besi nkonwa e wo studio ma me busa wonta de no se wo hwe na ni wan abusa se semina ben na use o washing powder ben na use o se onsanso achi na fiase atwintwam a busa se washing powder ben e na wo use o washing powder ni bi wo ho no mo a e power tade pa e ma wonsa ho nyina so kokwa atwintwam isa na sa no ohye ano odin dodo ene chemicals e dia ye no enye too friendly to wonsa ene watade nti ene bo so oto atade osi ba ko mienu miensa na ni nyina ene awan na oso okoto foforo washing powder ni ntia ba jama washing powder ena badwa so obia e ka ho asem a mesuma kwati bia mesuma no ba be kan jama washing powder eye washing powder bia enchansa na apuahuro saa washing powder we nso no ehwam pa nti di si atade a tere be kura wo hiampo so be use perfume ehwam eno achi budget friendly na chese ne bo no ewo form pa jama washing powder ewo multi enzyme stain removing formula eno no kire se ye de eye enuro bi akeka ho a ene efini nkekawa no ni su ye den oye stubborn said den jama washing powder kano say ye ngo say ye grease say ye den na kantade ni mu ebe yino afri ho no mo kra Jama washing powder will give you the best of washing experience. Grab your Jama washing powder today at any shop near you and ubekai so baby bia da corner shop ne baby bia obiano eyade a ubenya bi na wato na onsuso ode esi oni wabusua enema na Jama washing powder or say your partner for clean clothes. A live soap say o pesemina de adware de na a live soap ba kono ye de sinema we ye de dware a live soap yi semina bi a ehwam pa ye omu ahodro You need him to sell lemon. You need him to sell coconut. You need him to sell aloe vera. But could be cried your back as a rose flower. Yeah. With the jarria, it sets your mood right. Emma, a sense you feeling cacao be a winny pediano ho. Emma, o smelly fresh and o smelly new. Until after a hard day's work, they can for a year a live soup at the amount. Fed jarry, or won't take na a feel fresh. The timidina or now so the call about your job. A live soup or say feel fresh, feel alive. And no, and I may come for a day amawo a year and enyumre. Enche na abejafo abekame nsa NDC ne MPP4 ye be share enkomo no ase na yahwe issues a edapo no so na asem bi si be kwai na asem esi be kwai no ene Minister of Lands and Natural Resources aka ho asem ema asema minister kan se wono mu a ekoye saade no aposifo hwe no mo nchiomo na omoma emra no ene wo mu endi na nyonyonyo na asem be na asie o kame hu de yenko eye bekwai na yene MC a o bekwai eni nkomo kakra honorable Ishak Salia eye municipal chief executive Emma bekwai forestry commission officer wo bekwai ena emrantie bi a wo mu ekuratuo etokɔhye wo mu so atoto wo mu offices mu ema wo mu epamo wo mu firi ho na yenkonko busa MC sa asem na nkasa pa na sen netie na anamombe na mpanimfo etu so far. Honorable Ishak Sali Atimenka Happy FM suni memwajo. Honorable Ishak Mbacho Atimenka.
This is the one you are calling. This is the DC for Upper Manya Asesewa.
Oh, sorry about that. This is the DC for Upper Manya. Anyway. Sorry about that. I will still proceed with you anyway because we have read and heard about some good things you have done in your district. Quite recently, the news is that you have been able to recover some embezzled funds by some officials of the assembly. First of all, tell me about how this whole thing happened and tell me about how this whole thing happened, Honorable.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I entered office 3 months ago, and within the 2 weeks, as an assembly member already of the assembly for 10 years, I realized some kind of revenue leakage. So I quickly called the internal auditor to give me report on GCRs. The receipts that revenue collectors need to collect revenue from the market. Lo and behold, I realized that between last year month and this year month, 5 GCRs got missing. And they got missing after it was reported into the market for revenue. It means they were issued for revenue all right, but the money were not paid into the assembly's account. I begin pursuing the revenue collected, and fortunately for us, they accounted these amounts to the district finance officer. So I have to call the district finance officer with one revenue to be taken. Fortunately for us, an accountant was also involved. So the three of them, we started pursuing the amount. So in my office, we were able to retrieve 2. And it is amounting to 52,000 Ghana cedis. So we were left with 3 GPRs. I requested them and gave them several weeks, 6 weeks to 2 months. They should bring them and the amounts they were not bringing. So lastly, I locked them up in my office here and called police for an arrest. The police handcuffed them to the city. And within the day, 24 hours, they produced all the 3 GPRs, amounting to 67,900. And then the police received the money and gave it to the assembly by paying it into the corpus of the assembly. As I speak to you now, we have accrued 119,900. And we are left with a small out that the police are paying. thing that I investigated. So the deputy finance officer is transferred to the new finance officer reported yesterday.
Kindly clarify for me. You are the DC for Lower Manya Krobo district.
Upper DPA for Upper Manya Krobo.
Upper Manya Krobo. Okay. All right. Thank you. So
Upper Manya Krobo
Asesewa. So what is the nature? Yes. What is the nature of this embezzlement? Are these funds that they took for their personal use, or it was as a result of misreporting or misaccounting? Kindly help us with the circumstances. Yes.
It is for their personal use. Because the revenue collected after revenue collection, the law, you have to pay into the established account within 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then account with the pay in from the bank. But they rather pay to the deputy finance officer for his personal use.
And over what period does this embezzlement cover?
Come again.
Over what period does this embezzlement cover?
It was from last year March to this year March.
So 2024 March to 2025 March.
March, you are right.
So how do they do it? What is the modus operandi? Exactly how do they go about embezzling these funds?
That is very criminal. You know, rules and regulations were due. DCRO was issued from the procurement to the finance officer. This finance officer award gives the DCRO to the revenue collector. And that is the process. After taking it from the procurement officer, as a commerce officer, to give it to the revenue collector, then they go into the market to issue it and get the money. Then the revenue collector will also, after collecting, pay into the accounts of the assembly. So, at the time of paying to the account of the assembly, they rather pay to the deputy finance officer. And he use it for his personal input. And that is very criminal.
That is very.
That was why I have to. And I was pursued that, really, you know what they did?
No.
Even the DCRO, they didn't account for the DCRO. Because they got lost. 5. So we were receiving with working. So why I locked them up in my office, I was requesting that you really let's calculate the amount. Then I will cancel your salary to pay. He said it in court meeting. But when I logged in, and I called police, called the arrest, immediately they go to the police station, they lost DCRO. Came to me, we were able to find them. We calculated the amount. That was what amounted to 67,900 benefits at the police station. And from their own side, I already collected 15,000. So, shortly, it's a criminal offense.
So, in all, you were able to recover 67,900?
That was, the police were able to recover 57,900. But before this, I was able to recover in my office 52,000. So when you bring the two from my office here, the police want to put that, it's amounting to 190,900.
Wow. So what is happening to these officers now?
The revenue superintendent, we are working on him. The DC finance officer is still under investigation. But the region, I contacted the regional finance officer, controller, and they are quickly transferred him. But yet to be cleared by me after investigation. The new finance officer died from yesterday.
What more are you investigating? Is it your suspicion that there could be more of such embezzlement, or what more are you investigating?
Embezzlement, but specifically one of the DPRO, the whole page of the DPRO is taken away from me. So if I don't take care, somebody will do this level that they have got the assembly with it. So we need to retrieve it. And he has to bring it. So that is what we want to investigate.
You have been an assembly member yourself. How pervasive is this kind of embezzlement within the assembly?
What again?
My point is that you have served as an assembly member yourself within that same assembly. With your experience, how pervasive is this kind of embezzlement?
You know, it is lack of monitoring.
Lack of monitoring.
Because the internal audit, every time the GCRO is issued from the procurement, they must report on it. So when it gets to the finance officer, the number that has gone into the market, they must report on it. But all these staff were breached. They were not reporting up to people. And when they saw it from last year and they reported it, they were not pursuing it at that time. And they were holding the money with them. This is very wrong. Because within 24 hours of issue of DCRO into the basket, you must monitor that the amount is paid into the assembly profit. So if a whole 1 year and we were not known, then I think something is left over. That is where we must pick up.
What is very fascinating for me is the fact that the DFO under police escort reduced 34,500 from his personal account to pay back.
That is the problem. You know, he had to be matched by the police to his bank. We have to bring the bank manager, give him new. So it means we are new people.
Interesting. So we should expect prosecution of these officers, I believe.
Certainly, it can happen too. We are also working with the both external and internal auditors not to breach rules and regulations.
Honorable DC, I'll thank you for your time once again. Thank you so much for your time on Happy FM.
Thank you for the opportunity. I wish you good afternoon.
Yes, sir. So, opinion attending can Apamanya Krobo DCE. Ono mu no na oye assemblyman and I say NDC by wababe DCE. Your friend no Honorable Emmanuel Kwesi Lawe na obeye MC ohun se sikasemu ne nsisisu ye akontabuo ne nko ye enti ono a ye na adwen se ode nani beto fom na ode nene si fom so aka ho ne wo mu ni se barely 2 months ni na oba office as MC na oha hu se internally generated funds no eya ehwa kontabuo no nsisi so enti we na 15th July ya ofre General Counterfoil Receipt Booklet CFM no na ohia information bi ohwehwe mu no hu se skani bi ayira pages ni bi kura ni book nim obie page we a date na ho no insisi so ena ye frɛ district finance officer se ono mra no be yinsem na no DC no officer no hu se da bi ade no sika ne hyehye omo ho nti oloke omo won office eno ka chom se obi amfa ne sika na wawia no famra yenso mo ko fa police aba ne office ho na revenue superintendent okofe out 5,800 Ghana cedis. Accounts officer returned 27,600. Instant in the office hona. District finance officer there, em say nane de ni mudu. Inti police for e marche no. E in the bank okoforidia. E hona woko withdraw 34,500 Ghana. Ni ono ne dia akakodi ni hono no. Inti so hemu a papa net me retrieve over 100,000 Ghana cedis. Ede amo oman no. We yesika omo akọ market. Internally generated funds. Omo akọ market akotwitwa to di ama market women a omo amomu receipt ticket. Agigi sika na gu omo botom. Sika no omo gigi a omo family assembly no. No matena so. Na pages na ewo book ni mu no. Booklet no matete. Nti yebebo me hu story na me se yemfre DC na me interview na yem gina so famo na baso. Honorable Emmanuel Kwesila why are they kosofu ani di onkofo na chipa say other as DCs and MCs and so take personal interest in some of these issues of accountability anka yade ebeboa pa Kobe Wilson atenase or a member of the NDC communication team Alhaji Bodinga enso aginedwa ono amu ye former MCE Emma Ebuakwa North Municipal Assembly na emra interview ne koso no na oboni tirinko baby oka say omatete GCR booklet ni bi na Alhaji he cringed and all of that. He can relate to some of these things. Alhaji mame mo akwa banso na boko de
adom de achem
Kobe Wilson boko de
brother adom no humobo
ye do bua de nyakopon ase de bua de nyame ase ansa na meba mo ho ma menko be kwai mra sisia na menko di nkomo bi mra be kwai information yenye free ho ne se yade a some armed men omo world pump action guns Eco Forestry Commission for office kopamo workers ho e de omo padlocks etoto offices ni mu. The information is also indicating said they were marched to the office of the MCE. Subsequently, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources said, "Yenche sankrofo no na prosecute you." National security so deny knowledge of Nkofonis and said they went in the name of national security. MCE Emma Bekwai Municipal Assembly Honorable Ishak Salia wa joining me wa homa no so. Honorable Ishak otimenka happy FM suni memwajo. Na ewie boko de
nyanya da ma ne mo pai bonti ye ho ye pa
ye do bo ade nyame ase honorable confirm mame no krese forestry commission for officer wo be kwai emrante bi ekuratuo epamo wo mu fi wo mu office atutu mu ana
no kure enso anya no kure
chiremi mu
no kure wo mu ne se emrante bi e forestry Asa de ye kete mu kura tuo ni ade sa no de se de bia tuo no kura kuta wo mu a nipa wo ho nti no mu de ko ye no de na entisa se de ye ka se o mu ko pamo adwumayefo no e wo forestry ho no ne etie ni se o mu ko ye na adwumayefo no obi e di ho enti minim se bia o mu ti o mu kan e bia obi a efi ho bia minim eno nti no omuko ya na obi ani wona edan no ba mienu miensa dia na obi ani wono ena omututu mu tie nya no tie se emrantie bi sa aba sa ampeso no so no na wo se etumi kana ye ko hu dikudi ntia omutu sa na mo enti be kwa nsa na medu wono na me regional vice chairman e wo hoda ya ye pese ye betutu omo no mu ase na ye mpese forestry fo no ebe kan bibi se ehu bi abon ne ade ni ntina ya fre aposi pokwa ana ye machi wo mali wo ba maso ye se sa asem bi no mu pese mpanyimfo tia ye wa ha se wo mu betumi dia beda ye ntidi ntina wo se wo musa ye ho na wo mu tutu me ka forestry hono mo idi wo mu ani si mabe edu kopim dunu mu kura wo peswa no so na ye bi wo ba na office ni ebe tutu ano hunu dikudi ntia omo ye shira tifa enti mo mo kasa ye no mo nsemo aya omo ka no ye omo nse da ni nyina so bibre e wo mo tie ye se ene omo nko na banyimfo mama ya fo tie ne betu ho anamo ye kire no bi ni mo nsem bi ni se forest fo ya omo gidi se omo ye abadada no ni pada so ho mo a bambo a woso mu de ma forest no omu fama wo mu a mu fisa abadada no mu fu a omu ye galamse fa ni illegal mining no omu de amema sa ankofo no a omu ye mu adwuma enti ye ka kire won se setita e woso mu de koto bambo fo national security ne aposifo ene ye mpanyifo na woso mu boya ma ye ne tu hu ana na omu mfiti pe ko pen ko forestry wo a wo ko no maintina wo ko o masem nyina ne se o mu ko ho se o mbe ye hu de se ba ye ya fa mfa ma mpanyimfo ate o monka nti kwan ya o mpeto mo fa so ma mpanyimfo ate o monka se bibisa e koso no ene ya ka kire o se o monko na mpanyimfo ya te ya na ma wo se tu fa ho ye bitu afa Iti nokwe se de wo kan se bibisa ekoso na mum ninchire mu ni se de media ma wo a nta semba obi a chire mu a chire mu based on baby a wogina no e ma efeva no nanso ma ya ban krache panyin ebra ba ya mitu anamo ntentem so no e pa mo mrantie ni firi wono mo ebre kura no a chire na commander frame say ya man instruction say wo machi wo mo na meka che won say mapam wo mo ko dada nti ubisai ya na sa na tie
Honorable beda wase ni nchechemu a wadi kan dia ma na emrantie no omufiri hi omu ye hwananom
obi busa mu no omufiri obwase omu ni no obwase ya
omu mfiri wo mpeso aso be kwai ho
dabi
na se wakasa wonnim wo mu
ni omu ka kira minister omu dudu no aso omufiri obwase
na omufiri obwase na omaba wo mpeso aso aba be saade no wo agency e hye wase no wasem no se asa woni omo kasa no boko asifu se asa akrokro bi sa emi wo kakra
owunim se emre bia no on conflict resolution no so wo kwan bia obefa so a obema bibia ye din a so omo ba ye na omo ba no mema mu no ogudi atuo ni ade a se bi kame kura ntimi nkwani mu nka ya police adwuma but omo claim se omo ye party boys ni ade no na me fi se omo ni midie no ana wo fom nti na wo se me chi omo na me kire won se omo wo even they have grievances there should be a very nice way of addressing it than a quiet person who pass address wo issues no they didn't resist it, they accepted it and me catch on say and many mu ya no me pese me hu omo mu free person yi so nko san say me na me si mampanya na mu wo person yi so enti me ye na omo ye say omo ya so odin bi dia me nka me de bambofo abam enti e bro omo ye sa no me kai omo tie na che say e wo say me sai ba djuma mu number 2 djuma so san say omo amase omo be say bibia
na report
no na nsafo ano so de ye kan say na apono da ho but they didn't even enter the room
yo honorable report ni say na omo kura pump action gun e no kre
ano kwasem ni say enura no na hu bibisa mrantie na me kotu wo mo a me do mo ba me dem ha idie no obi ani wa okura etuo ni bisa
honorable on your screen in fact me yi video no on Facebook sisia and me ton sa free Facebook e so mo mra me hwebi I can count not less than 2 people are omukura pump action gun emrantie no kra no first of all they are uniformed omo she no enye state agency bi a uniform
exactly
kaki bi no omo she walkie talkies bubu bi ho omo she helmet bi ena omo she boots security fo she sa boots ya bia ena at least emu mienu die omo kwa pump action gun o see o machi wo mu to office but we hunu so mu kuratu.
I am telling you, sir, you know, sir, I couldn't match all of them. A few who claim to be their leadership are those ones that I met in my office. Now, the area said, Mimi Kodru Onwa, my instruction said they should all move away from the place and move to my office for discussion. You know, those who came forward as their leadership, I saw so many they moved to this place and I met their leadership.
In fact,
and sir, I was too furious to give attention to whether they were holding guns or those things. But the leadership who came to my office who did not have anything like that.
Honorable, yes, you are telling me, but I am also showing the evidence right now on Facebook video. There was even a police officer. There was even a police officer. Sa police officer no.
No. Me could do on a police commander regiment, Efremi. And I told him the issues were under control. If there is the need for policemen, I will call him. They claim to be party boys, so you should allow me to intervene with them. So quickly, I moved them to the assembly to have a discussion. All of them cannot be in my office. So a few of them who claim to be their leadership, and then immediately I talked to them, they realized, so quickly they have to move away from here.
Okay, honorable.
And then, even the forestry manager has been in my office to thank me for that intervention.
Honorable, there are 2 police officers. Baku ding a bonnet chest to see entry. Baku ye A or Bing. When the district, when I in charge of district security, I want to believe says our officers see be a video now you can identify them. But me issue ni say video me is see ano omo de omo padlocks lock forestry commission for officers no. Honorable okoto obo no e dey na ayefa padlock now omo de atoto officers ni mu.
When you say who follow matter no, people will testify. If you came to the grounds, people could testify. Say, when I got there, the first thing was to take any key from them before I even discharged them. And as my making, before I got there, the regional vice chairman, in the person of Alhaji Salisu, has already even more or less got into half of the issue of me matching to the office here. In the forestry, Ubusa Omo deputy director who was around the one, it didn't take more than 30 minutes, and they all came back and were at work. And the national security rep moved straight away from Kumasi to meet what do you call it, the entire staff to assure them of their protection.
Emrante no almost say when a small omo.
One can say to be a small
one busa.
No. At that time, I don't think it was relevant. Whoever sent them, they should go back. The important thing is that they cannot solve the problem the way they want to solve it. If they have any problem, they should go back and talk to the right people. And more to the point, they were in my catchment. So my major role was to drive them and move them away. And they didn't resist that.
Was your major role rather not to cause their arrest for invading a state agency?
No, I couldn't refer to that as an invasion. Because if it was an invasion, I couldn't even have stand them.
But they locked up those officers. The evidence is here. They were putting their padlocks on their doors. Is that not an invasion?
I don't think so.
So what do you call it then? A visitation?
I call it some disgruntled claim party members who want to solve problems in a wrong way, and they were directed as the right way to go about it, and they agreed. So there was no cause for alarm.
Is the Forestry Commission in Bekwai, does the Forestry Commission in Bekwai have jurisdiction over Obuasi?
They have what?
Have jurisdiction over Obuasi? Jurisdiction.
Can you say that again? I don't get you.
I'm asking whether the Forestry Commission in Bekwai has jurisdiction over Obuasi.
I should think so, because the jurisdiction of the Forestry Commission in Bekwai goes beyond the catchment of the municipality. Yes, sir.
So
it goes beyond the catchment of the municipality. So I believe some forests in Akrofom and all that are part of Bekwai. So the catchment of the Forestry Commission goes beyond the Bekwai municipality. It includes Busuma Feho, Akrofom, but I cannot point to even Jakobu is all within Bekwai's catchment. So far as forestry is concerned.
So I mean, their concern has to do with the Forestry Commission's way of working, or what? What is their main and major reason for what they did?
I think I expressed that earlier.
I probably
they still think that we still have some opposition members who are in charge and are still giving opportunity to opposition members to mine in the forest area. So they just wanted to say that they are not doing their work well. And we told them that if they are not doing their work well, they have superiors who are supposed to superintend over their mandate. And for that matter, they did not have the right to come to the place the way they did it.
Honorable, I would have to leave it here. Thank you for your time.
All right. I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk to the people of Bekwai and beyond. Thank you very much.
All right. MC Mabekwai, Municipal Assembly, Ishak Salia. Ishak. Okay, Ishak Salia. Na, I say with the bra Facebook, me video, be a me papa ne kasa na me video no. Emrantie bi akoto ahye Bekwai Forestry Commission for office so. Apamu omo adwuma mu ode omo kradu atototo offices na no. MC owo Bekwai na me frɛ ni. MC say wanhunu sɛ mrantie ne kuratuo. Enso video a meye Joyce for video no to so. Video e da hoi at least men hu kra de me hu 2 pump action guns. Emrantie no kra. Emrantie wei MC ne se oni omo kan boko se ne omo be wa ha no ehu hia emo ye party for omo problems omo channel through the when hu omo se omo ye party for NDC for omo kofo omo show musa uniform we ana. Is this an identified group in the NDC? And the MC says oni omo kan boko no mu nyina te ase no mu ko enti police for kra ebe mu ko ka cho mu so enya asem bia no aka wi ama anyway Alaji Bodinga memo akwa ba biem na mema Kobe Wilson so akwa ba
yeja ohi yeja
Kobe minti voice ni ye o
better
asa aye
no me do better 7 days here you are on a wild chase of
a wild chase
of recoveries and identification of a few things. So you know, Chief, let me chip in this. Kasawe or Yadibia Numu. And one thing knowing or having knowledge about an event or an incident. And that is how you're going to articulate your message. And that is how I bet I should show Kasayeno will make sense to be a old tale. Internet they be in and what should they be PR manager to be there. Because on one hand to say after how or between disseminate in Kasano. I won't fault the MC that much. It's unfortunate. I think I my confused kakra because now some I'm should be straightforward. Now if you want the clarity of the whole thing, no, now more can now but a tree so the full briefing. Now I'll show video and a couple of other things a while back. I think we a full understanding of what happened. We want correct and appropriate explanations to some of these things that happen. But one of the things I was looking for was Obi Manuye, Ebisane. Who are those people? What was their motive, or what brought them there, and why were they even there in the first place? And what be abad na bad no wohwe. And another aspect I now deny completely, which I think me should find one so. Asama or done no copy into nothing. Infoing about our tribu. There no kuta akundi bi. Not actually well, ninche me there or share leadership no. And see, it means that when you the chance who the entire team that came there. For now, I would say he's the chief executive officer of the place. Yeah, I'm not a doubt. They be only the full, maybe only the full. But to me speak to the matter very well.
But he was there. Today be no benyan fool.
No, sir.
Only first officer or call her. Matching leadership no to his office. Into what full picture? You see, when the man is out. You see,
if the Emma Kwaneke and Kasanfa picture na and then for ya old Trigusisia na we could have given our expertise or our knowledge about how this thing sometimes happens. Because no one hint to be there. We say party maybe. No, why are they be as at now, I'm going to take over 7 months or 7 months now. Opposition members be, the kind of previous administration team be, they are still given the opportunity to mind the place, to control the affairs of the place. Until they feel say they want to take them off. Now party but also they qualify to work in that regard. Until be a work for them at
if you read the story behind why they went there, and then the MC in Kano and Nambaby cry. I
don't make sure that being able to man, also.
With what the MC Akano, it's difficult for me to believe a lot of things are working. No, because I heard the man say near waka can be the majedi.
Yeah, I'm aside with you
because the story actually is that because Forestry Commission for operation and say our mining areas be clamped down on mining and I'm renting with bar hodomo. So
you mean the anti-galam say task force stop mining?
Forestry Commission they have their task force protective forest.
Okay.
Na nansen a kwakwaye action a stop omo ye galamsey e forest reserve mu
anuntin e mu ontase
we mu ntase sadenti no e mu kwa mu nya adwuma obepam omo fi omo office sa local.
So should I put it to him that this is what they are saying, this is what the true story is about. Now if that one.
But I asked him that question twice.
He was not forthcoming.
I asked him the question twice. He said e dey na mrantie catch or say omo babaye wo ho.
He said he didn't bother to ask. I heard him.
Anything I'm seeing to okay, first of all, so he didn't bother to ask. But he later answered me by saying, say, almost say MPP for me that so of Forestry Commission.
Yeah. So, baby, and I make us I mean, in 20 hours, name win a brief, or had the answer. In the sense, PR we Canada to work on certain things like this, it is expertise.
Now, Mebo, what do you forget about PR? You are the head of DISEC. Forestry Commission is under you, the municipal chief executive. People from Obuasi, Asheshe uniform bi, ekwetu, abba hono mu say, o say, so me a party for me no mo cannibal police for craft frame catch them so fiasem ti a cannibal call. And you are in charge of security in the district.
There could
people
be more
do
to
this
it.
And you don't arrest them.
There could be more to it. Maybe he doesn't want to go that.
What more could there be?
There could be bakade what's the besipa and I couldn't have a town what's a sound be answer for. I know so you can also perceive a few things based on your inference and I pay your reasoning. So if you reason with this, you could see that there's more to it on the
No, if I reason, I wonder why the DC, sorry, the MC. No, it's DC. Abekwa is a municipality.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I wonder why an MC are we in charge of security. A distress call has come from the Forestry Commission, and you handle it this way. Up till now, look, I even forgot Sam Kamebusan, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources.
Yeah. Yeah,
which means that you, as the MC, you failed in your first duty of care.
On some say me nobody agreeing what them can do because sometimes maybe be able to protect as an appointee or as an official of the government. Basically said, we won't try because it's spade. Then my interview Paddy equal first, so MC equal first one.
You look,
Apamanya. He is there to serve the people and in good faith. That's I say. And they said, "Baby, couldn't try. You don't have to shield anybody. Let the states and the law deal with the person as it is. Because say reset. Now say you be for yamado, ne akop kemado. You into me the full impulse of the whole thing. Until out the master, with time, I think he may come back again.
Yeah, I'll deal with this matter.
He'll come again. And
I'll deal with this matter.
We shall have clarity.
Alaji Bodinga, I mean to you. We are former MC yourself, so you can relate to instances like this. And
in fact, with the chief executive, the based on the decentralization area, the first one. Apamanya no.
DC.
Yes, DC may Bonabasu. But still, there's more due diligence obey. When with GCR, a receipt, 1 page will be better me or 1 page. He can bill obey 10,000 on it. So, anti-media, me be brainy say, near one way to free mono. He should first call the DFO ono na GCR receipt ewo no ho na ono na ema your friends how do you call them revenue collectors ema wo and upon what they bring the counterfoil and actually said the amount odiba you pay in the bank odiba with the your friends say bank receipts say wetuano and the counterfoil of the GCR and ebe correspond am ye. Okay. Here is a case ye GBF film. That means there's no counterfoil. Yeah. You knew how much has been paid. Because it's a receipt ba kupe ebetimiamba bia you pay for 10,000. They issue the 10,000 receipt on one. So and it's a way Maya me feel say Juma Oye he should go ahead. He should go deeper and call the Yoko. Now I'm inviting DFO internal auditor, any revenue collectors. In respect of that, there's no way Obibe Katre me say sa receipt a year before a handy over mine. And there's more question to answer.
And nothing oka say investigations are shase. And Nambusa said, what more are you investigating? Oka said there could be more to it.
Chief no ancestor or hand who for this investigation. He should refer them the issue to the Yoko. You can see the crowds a bit. And Yoko is the best.
That's organized crime.
Yes, because it's a crime being organized. Ushaya and revenue collector and eba ebedu DFO. A chain of crophobia or so that's one. Okay. Now, Bekwai municipal chief executive. The cashier rade no nyam. Enye se mi beye tribal politics. Wama mewura ho.
Adeng.
Yes. Ni ema mewura ho no say. The municipality a ye di ma no. We are mini eternity say senior. Is entirely about 95% eya account for. Okay. And the lot of accounts no so ewo NDC mu. Na president Eshe said no, let me trust you. When him hula balloons buy in appointment of minority friends. Na president if you have been appointed as an MC and ADC, president wojide wo be ubaya within the municipality the honors come to the president. Say a stops. Yes. Say a ba say a bia from Swabia ba it go to the president. Yes. Yes. And this issue about your Okano opening president integrity and abrantiano is Odidiagro. What did
I think you could
please, let me
that's fine.
I know you're uncomfortable.
Yes.
Because
please
this thing is
say no ne issues or the buyer ye bisano. He is the chairman of music. Even he didn't need to go there. Because you entirely security couples are under you. So you have to give order. Ufre police commander, ufre NIB, ufre forest commission, you say, bring me the information over there. All cano, who say, or the political coloration edi baye. Ena MPP 4 ena omuoho dida omon koye ena yes. Ena osaka say mkrofo before onu bedu ho no the first vice chairman.
No hodida.
And this issue are a border criminality. Well, the forestry and a wokan and crophobic koye a omuvrum and a forestry guard no and mawom quine. And yaho akrofu all the area enclave area one more a friends a forestry no they are going for gold mining. And wamu mawom quite forestry for ye NTF na abetri kesiye for ever. Openi, the issue of about Galamsey and your friends in Ghana, say under Kofibua, a minister. Openi, who? And yan and Sanyana, and abuse you. A koye, any your friends say, or koye, or see what 300 excavator 40 and 7 per the next day I buy. Yembisa say the call mandate of Hanabisu officer Yemano is he part of Nikofua Omufomu tax force to go and arrest illegal miners? Neither no. Yes, and count and yani mandate. And I will share Yanusu, there's another task force being headed by the NDC. Is omu in terms of mining omu ko. Edu baby omu ni the blue guards any friends him. The blue guards Kofi Amabu and Kwala omu. The same your friends no. You were the same government, your same minister issue are you fighting. You were 3 different friends tax force omu.
There are more than 3.
Okay,
President called Western Region. He was complaining about rogue tax forces. Almost started to from a mining
company, small scale mining. Any friends? Yeah, at me ba opening. You just jot down, and after I finish, you go in. You see, anti ama say ayehu. Ehua aye no say ye nim why no mo na omo ye aban aye di task force no ahye wo mse. Uti the minister Kofi Amabua say in statement yes they knows nothing about them. Yanchichi wom. And at MC ka say wo party boys. And which is which? The MC you know our power than the minister no ana.
It can't be.
Then definitely something must happen. A new bina said if we want to see the reality, I think this MCE must sacrifice. They should sacrifice him today, because on Timin Kase onim huhe and answer in some for the state of Ghana na bibi kesiesi the minister a omampani edini jinu tum say when I bet me ahwe your friends your bambo ewo forestry any akodia friends agodia ewo form onu ka say yanchi nkrofo no na wo MC ya poni omampani poni ni tumi kakra ma wo say medi ma wo say wo na wo be ye minamusu. I think he should be the first person to call the minister and tell him this baby say newo I have arrested them. Entopani yan hwe ya ti say last amiko akwetia miko no mika enya overheating sada no mewura hoye enso a ewo instant region nyina say miko do overheating dey say car overheating chi no enya nsu miko nso yi a miwo ho eben ho efre ho nsu no aye nsu opani adane ateche to the extent mintimi mfagu mi tweye na ehonso akoye ekwantimpo mi tweye na mi hu okada bi na mi stop popa man na mi simpa ucho ehifa na menya sachet water no eto na osi okuro bi wa ha na mi si misra mintimi nya mi ka no e wa ha enti obomodin na osi me manu 20 cedis na to sachet mienu na mi odi ba ye na mi bie ye na mi kupa ka no mo answer dey
alaji mi no ase
enti ye fa no say na asem a efa mining illegal mining ye be ye no amanyonse mi nkrofo no mu nkodidi a ebedu baby minister bekwa kodu baby na overheating a che no overheating che no a ho na obehu say so obesa your friends say ateche yi mu e de agumu a menua ya say that's not what you're thinking of NDC. But akoba say munkrofo no omu ntikasa.
Alaji Bodinga better was.
What's not coming? A quick one. You see, Alaji, Wakasa fine, but the aspect where he's quick in extending it to some dignities where have a problem. Kasa kama. But asama waban it's about a particular MC. There kono share na fi oyidma pano of fatabas body ebonabado. President or trust or normal appointment you are there not to betray his trust. You are to act in good faith. That's why you swear an oath.
And only point Alaji
point could not make that point clear and fair when you were standing to the President Mahama.
So I say President anymore.
No.
Yes.
How? You are called a person to order to be dealt with.
But what is said DC in Ankasa will no see president and name? What is all kind of
we know everyone know the MC or DC represents the presidents at a district level or municipal level.
Right. Come and penny are wrong.
But in Ipana are pointing or was sudi there on Ankasa so obedi na brabo ye. In the here, so our point to head any affair, you must be firm and fair because you also have an integrity as a person to hold, as I say. So in this case, when you were telling to Amakofibua, the excavator be for Hanabisu into all Hunade, these are two different things you want to combine together, like Apple and bringing together. This is about forestry invasion. And the unauthorized entities were invading one office. And the MC or Dano must act in good faith. They are now aware the Madi and they've been brought to book. No on ye. See, you're tuneful. That wouldn't make a crab, what be swan and the American there of you come pepena. Certainly, you must caution and say the need for say, at one, near the president couldn't let woman. Or Mangana, Shawunsa. One so any if you swim, you have integrity to protect. So I think we should see where we can limit it to the individual who is not being right than to just generalize it to affect anybody. Because as you speak, but the president and the minister.
Fair to Alhaji Odinga. He dealt with the MC as a person, the responsibility to a human.
But in conclusion, how do you then conclude it?
No, but I say he discussed other angles of the matter. Yes. The minister, Awoboni Dino, Etienne Clancy and Chinkrofono. His point is that the MC is also saying,
so good. So the MC, this is why you must go harder because you've been there before. Why some of you see, I can say, former MC,
Obusa question be say, or no MC, you know, any minister, no one and power.
Lower mania crop or upper mania crop. What did you mention? Upper. I say, you are even urging him to go deeper because the FO and whoever that they are there, I did be a YM watcher, and yet just one day something. You are even calling Yoko to come in to the DC in the office on the super which is allowed. But I say, here's the case I could have done the same thing to the one who perpetrating wrongdoing, who is not acting in good faith. Per the confronted evidence are Adam Wade, video, ammunitions, nipa, maybe no a different story to cover up. This is what we cannot accept. And President wouldn't accept this. Nancy answered I suspended one appointee now. Soldiers war garden. This man, the national security, cyber security, one boss, because President ordered that no one should be allowed or to military escort or whatever to guard, and he went ahead and was doing that.
To expectation of President Mahama,
so probably as the minister is taking over, maybe President is waiting for the minister no feedback. If whatever happens. As I say, so if it doesn't sink well, certainly he take the final action.
Okay,
Asamba, yes, you deal with the Asamba Wabano. My understanding from Kofu.
Look, on the 7th December 2024,
Ghanaians. Now, why you were one son.
The trust of Ghanaians, Yadima, your friend His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. As Obia or Besheye, 7th January 2025, Yadi 2 mino court or a friend say, Akofnana, who said President Bia Somuno, a symbol of Yadi Ura Ashe Wumu, any Bibia. Let me tell you,
must come and answer for his own thing.
Let me tell you, okay, don't disturb, don't mention your friends. This is bigger platform. Okay, na Omampeni by law, no. Eye nipa mienu pe ena omampani betimi appointee so onu et say institution mienu. 1, Council of States are on be advising. 2nd, the Vice President, that's the difference. Say omampani biba na ye to aba mano na oso akofuna say Ghana 2 minu nyina ewo ni nsem na ogitum na o decide say onu nko abetimi eru Ghana nyina. Brabia ni hwa ewo Ghana said there be kofa we minister but the executive presidency power no ewo ni nsem no and e man no say so per obetimi afa half of Ghanaians so mabua no his how he rule the country and to at the end of 24 years.
No point in saying.
Yes, me point in say obia omampani bet appointee, including government appointee in assembly. When him say one letters is being signed by president.
Yes.
That means what? He trusts you. Say nyoba ubeyanu uya papa. Please. Uya papa me and me mao. Uya nyanswa yan timanfo we will ask the president for doing that. That's how it is. And I will say me di Kofi Amabua Eddie Kan and a midi Hanabisu Eka. These are the areas obia the task force on Galamse Mibua. Kofi Amwa on the friends of Blue Guard by. Say on bedi. One be protect yensu any quiet say. Yes, ye G2 mo fine. And Hanabusu or no dien baby I no man.
Alaji, we are repeating ourselves.
Am I your all cousin ya MMA can ya and your papa? Yes, and Abisu ni mandate no say on office. And I'm a boy. Yes, only mandate to go on field.
Maybe
so and only crisscrossing.
An appointment letter now. Appointment letter.
Yes.
But this is what is in it.
Minim near ewum.
Maybe you call some.
Minim near ewum. And these are the issues. Won't mean president in film.
Okay.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Who can say the power of the president and Kofi Amabua Beka say and Crawford will nimum yenchu.
So this was actually the very last topic. So we started from the bottom. Attorney General decision so be drop Kwabena Dufo asemi akote reactions bebre bimo etwen na boso ebi so ebo na baso say for the very first time an AG is even giving us reasons in tia oye ni oye
exactly
anka under normal circumstances we be anywhere channel but in the interest of transparency he's opening things up kebi kranka obeka so drop kekene no ano no opa busa ho asem opa busa he doesn't owe any explanation but the minority is threatening to go to court if was a sana junior in the interest of the public, and they are saying, sir, the decision he has taken, inimical to the justice system and the whole fight against corruption. Wilson,
maybe
how do you justify Sadiwe? And yet, president being a more settled there to Hama or Chinebi say party for power. And also politically related cases, and also by dropping his
No, I disagree with you on this, and I disagree with whoever says this. Let's take it from this angle.
All right.
Maybe the Attorney General of Justice, EpaHoaDaben Kayeni, when we mbra, non semra. And when the ni speech on mine now, or better for some antecedents to be on history. On why certain decisions were taken out since that oath to the man among. On man found to humpo or Nigeria, Sani Abacha at the time. Up to 1998, the man be a man and pape or the MC, another Biana or the Aban post for.
MC 2000
Oh, said my pen where did maybe be chair post be chair some bid. As I say, but up till now, recovery has not been made yet. What do we gain? Into our show day. In himself, in them, bro, why am I nipa? And to apply it to benefit the state and the citizens. In nipa no kwande or prosecute no to obe jail no kra. Okay, fiade. As I say. A confederate way to me, there's so many ways. I could not say, make sure that nipa na kasana what na sma kunya sem ni bia no. He is willing to refund the money. Our claim no am appropriated money no. As I say, he is going to refund it. Now, I can also go ahead to even get him jailed. Now, Bibi, I mean our money. Yet, hey, ye me and ma, wo fe be me na ansa. Wo de akejina ya me from ye de kawo. Ye de kawo mo pemni and tumpo ye nkrabasen. Ye me nso ye kwanko. That's taking the grace of God. Ne rema hama wa ba on at force want to my ye man this kasamejina. Menda pay awesome. And then salary ejetum to fuel. Into say omana ye sika. Na de kaw. Na sika ko gofo bottom. Na say wo japade bi. No bottom na fi we bia wa offset no. No da ma sika. I think it's a prudent step that the Attorney General has taken to retrieve or recover these monies. As I say, this is not the only person that Attorney General speak about. their own gifts or worry. NSS scandals, include everybody huge money. They also gone to him to plead to refund the money instead of jailing them. Now, in any cases, so AABB certainly or the right to use some discretion to see. So me skana magana back. Nagana is skana is better. Now here's the case. Scale yeah can one seminar. How much is involved from Dufour in the issue? 3.2 billion. Now Dufour say I will refund 2 billion upfront to you on the spot. My refund number 2. But also amount assets are worth about 8 million. As I say, so steps that he has taken to repay the debt. Second, if you read the Madi Mayana, my brother, we will not need IMF today. We will not need it tomorrow. Ghana will be a paradise. If Sika Wafa can Nansasi, we will afford now for Nansasi, and the cousin Sasi. If they are able to come, what ne brain, they are fair making promises of an embayno. That's what Tumbo fund this kind of Damayano, important assets. Yet, near the Chakawa, Ghana will be a better place. And I'm telling you, Dufour has shown good faith. As I say, now the MPP minority, minimum worker. How many are they now? Where are he? Kaim Kakra. Minimum. What do 70? I'm able to 70. Now, our minority. What I made do a codri, Median Korean read down Makuni do. Magana, yeah, Mobile. Ma Osi and Huchu Amanamando. And the Trump will president. Today, you have the guts and the temerity there. Eric courts to protect against what? What is inimical to the progress of our constitution, our democracy? What are they saying? And I'm from Kaneke. Because why can't even to cover the whole assets, you know? Why say allocated 1.2 billion? As I say, now this money, Papa Nobulo, I told you what I should put there. Say, I'm assistant order by in this work, now we evaluate BBI, we say, Impo, what on no answer them scanner? He has to do something to bring it back or to pay it up to. The Madi. There's another one I read with here. 824 million properties in surety. My brother, if Oman, let's look for a priority.
Also say, me fa Oman sika na ya chimia. Ne metimi aya ne se metimi de mu 60% abadia. Say you're encouraging
about 60% they can.
Of whatever has come to you.
Okay, so the foreign case, you know. Yeah, they be a sika be the baby no Korea. Sika or the more fair for the maybe, and you misappropriated it. Misappropriation here is first microphone, and bottle water. As I say, you didn't use for the purpose of it. Fine. Now the law has to deal with you. That's okay. Can I work in front of my say the right now? I'm going to refund it. Now make sure that the Attorney General and themselves of Justice has a right to continue with the case.
Don't dignify misappropriation as if saying it is a crime.
No, listen,
but I need to clarify that. I say,
or your bonnet or more crime. How do you know how you going to them? But in no, listen there. I will retrieve it, and I'm going to sentence you. What do you get from sentencing? What do you get from retrieving the money? Let's all raise the Muslims and see.
It's a simple question.
It's a simple question. I'm missing there.
You haven't answered me, so don't ask me a question. Me say, are we setting this path? You criticize path. We say, me embezzle sika, me misappropriate sika, me we sika. Na ye cheme na metimi dia bankwa dia okay.
No one is saying it's okay. I can't say that it's okay. It's never right to say
but that is the
trajectory. Crime is a crime. The judge can either add say a refund is canon. Na san super with him. Utma can't show.
But we are judge. We are judge.
Judge name. If that is how I want to go.
Attorney General decide say.
The Attorney General no needing there. I'll prepare your docket and make sure I'll proceed and prosecute you.
Which was there.
Good. I'm not sure that if I should go this tangent, that means sentencing. And now that means take steps to recover the money. One more example. The amana be why.
What can no me say? Inti are we saying say? Yech ekwan a yechire ni ana. Say ne no metimi akwa akofa. Ye mumu ni echime a me de beba.
Na baby, I can answer the question here.
Please speak into the mic.
And it's a massima. Asam na order punu dangasano. And should I do that some no?
Nenya 17 amebusa question.
Asam order punu in the day. Ni post me case was started will process the case. And I told you say, "Wa file no prosecute there." Asam no.
Before the nenya no prosecute.
Na mo no wa file.
We nye nolly prosecute.
Why and
we were discontinue. We
discontinue na wa
drop a case no.
And to say, "Oh, the father wa drop a case." My document no one more reason. Baby, into reason of the man we on top suma.
Me can say on top suma. Me busa say what can I say we are a kwan a yechire ni ana. They say me contest. Say people can steal, people can misappropriate. Knowing that when I'm caught, all I can do is negotiate my 60% out, and then I'm done.
Former national SIS, this security boss, what's the name? Adubuahin, right? In the case, what's happening to him?
He's in court.
He's not prosecuting him.
Yeah, he's in court.
So why you say we are certain? We are certain president to be before the case? Yeah, can want some CCA.
Or no, Wamano the option of
option.
Wamano.
Away. The one woman option. Hey, them party. At Atuisin, a care Atuisin, a capital bank. Oh, these are some of the fund bank by for Guni. As I say, also one option to refund the money, So refund the academic Kujan, and I'm brother Bois. And also one to refund it. That's why he was sentenced. It's one more corner refund this canal. It's appropriate. I mean, I think it will help you and I.
You, Mate, me that say.
Bibi,
Alaji Bodinga.
Media, Ubia Odi Ghana Sika. Yen. Here 40 taxpayers are a coin 50 more buying or mine over fast Jessica or Jessica mine.
Ebini so be dropping on and negotiate.
Who didn't know every criminal case must go to court.
Give to Moko.
And yes, and family who may see Obia me twist them now. Obia Obedi Ganaska. I didn't call I bet me a jama yenji. Who mention Bid Capital Bank, friends, Thompson BBB. Or no, Agi to Mukot Manu say, on Piascano. Even he accepted so Obetia with interest. But time or can yes or Obetiano. Anna, a tremu, or Demusisia. With interest, I told him with interest. What stop the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, say on share so far as Opese on drop that case. No, that man is relinquishing in the jail. Na onka say okay, say no dear. Where Triebi, bra, na nebetuani akan. What are you saying? Who the kana udi uva cases are encore courts. Who name say oni akunu bedi bim and I say bedi a friend say you start mentioning names. Please. Yenye your friend say selective justice. That's one thing. Me say you shouldn't enye adia ebeka say because we ukasa na ba say a witch hunting a political party or munkro for ena yenjeli. That's what you are saying.
Actually, saying is our man.
But no, but now you are mentioning. You are mentioning gift you are worry here. Anamibwa. Nike or gift you are worry.
She have a case before. Said they were pleading.
Who knows here? Can you show
told you this?
Can you show the evidence that
it is Attorney General
who said the same Attorney General who told you about?
How can we believe that? Hey. Attorney General, your mandate is. You are the legal chief advisor.
But cancer, no more deny.
Bet no, and ya press conference. On form court because Attorney General would duty.
You can make that point also court, but he made the point. He said some of them are plea bargaining.
Then, is it the right thing for Attorney General to do?
It is not wrong.
It's wrong.
No.
It's right. It's wrong.
It is not wrong.
It's wrong.
The law mandates plea bargaining is allowed.
Say onya no omunko. Say what will be the standard omubetua scan? Are they criminal aspect of it, and I say
there is a criminal aspect of it, but
then,
if you are willing to pay as much as the
criminal aspect,
if the AG in the wisdom of the AG a criminal, but why already so bet you have more than half of the money?
Yes.
Obeje now will discontinue with the criminal prosecution.
Me and yes can a money me I will say that let's go to court and say it and make a documentary, any document, because government can change.
8 years, 10 years.
Yes, no, it's not about 8 years or 10 years. Even if it's 1,000 years, government can change. A change. This principle is what be the. You see, because the issue is if it went to the court, na court who say ampa attorney general or ye Ghana for na ye lawyer penny no or the same way at the back court. Emma onipa kuno plead yes ampa mesre court me attorney general ni odi buy metua ekano. Then court accept or attorney general beka say ampa Omu be who me say they are negotiating it. And nunti na me mandate no. Eye o my Ghana nyina na ma me say me na me ye Ghana fo nyina ye friends a lawyer penny. And timint na se me ni wo mu kukuamu. Because friends attorney general may go, attorney general may come.
Where say plea bargain in Koswa. The agreement goes to the court.
But
for enforcement.
Yes.
The first case was before a court.
Yes.
So we decided to drop a case now. He can't just do that. I was a negotiation on your mark any agreements on my no or they come at the same court.
Say so we can't say there's an agreement. Yes.
No, but he has announced that there is an agreement.
Say or no.
I'm a watch what to any bikra. Watch one breakdown of how much he has paid so far.
Auntie, your friend saying it have to go to. Let's see. It's a ampa.
What evidence of such agreement?
Yes.
You can't answer those questions.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The evidence of say ampa. Wait. That's it. Because the reason Emma me kemu me kasa me. Dr. Dufo or wine.
Or Ghanani.
And which is he a politician?
Yes, he is.
Which political party he is?
Former governor.
NDC. Okay, and he has been a former government of Bank of Ghana.
Former finance
minister. Oh yeah, Juma be
former flag bearer hopeful.
Oh yes, for NDC. NDC say no. Say ye beje to mu say the clean issue is not partisan issue. I think we have to get the evidence from the court say ampa or see obituary and answer with we yes right. That's it.
Okay. Boko.
I'm paying trim. Is a he who comes to equity comes with clean hand. I'm a mono be kasa. Sabi bia na kasa e kan ma bu for na semi di there. I won't begrudge you. But when I see an MPP, a dense MPP person who have supervised and watched Kefirata done this to us.
Done what to us?
Oh,
Ken has not been charged of any crime.
Oh, yeah, but so you want to be charged with some crime before you know what can happen?
Yes, of course.
Now, Sky Train is coming chair. Sky Train, Papa, no one know qua.
And say,
Prodigal Dam, no one would know qua.
Okay.
So this money has been paid to certain things that young for Subia. Since I mean, on Saturday, Attorney General or a legal advisor to the government of the day. And he advises according to how the legal interpretation won. What's it? But I say, if all the case, now me advice go A. No man no be a home for so. He has right to do so.
You have made that point severally. Mami come in na me hear bokona. There were political promises made, and Kobe, I think I'll start with you on that one. His Excellency John Mahama is on record to have said, say, anytime where NDC will power, there is peace in Boko. MPP will power, there is chaos. Oba power, there will be peace in Boko. Unfortunately, before I became Kotwabano, na Boko Sampija ni TB. In fact, I know nema oye ni campaign no oko kansa asemo no. Oba power in Boko nyoye. It's been one murder after the other. Ibi say we don't need a political solution to Boko because it will not help us. Yet political promises have been made. Ibi say even the traditional solution na yɛhwehwɛ no koraa no ayɛ den because of the very words coming from politicians. And the MPP for a press conference criticizing the Mahama administration, say we're politicizing Boko conflict. When you go to the other side, you can find examples are NDC Fonsubema say MPP for a politicizing Boko conflict. Are we sure say we can trust John Mahama to bring peace to Boko, say no promise during his campaign?
Sure, very sure.
How so?
Maybe very sure. Maybe Yamin Chade, me to come kakra okroim. Na mad almost every region, every town in this country.
Okay.
Boko is a nice place. So in terms of the markets and how the commercial viability, it's a very nice place. From Zebila, Talensi, all those places, they are nice places up east. You see, as the president are all canal some non-fanfa, now all committee actions into it. The presidency has issued a statement to this. As what we are doing, not to do peacekeeping, but peace enforcement. Now, you better to for us. You better all the stakeholders nasi. President Mahama order we na asi. There ought to more din usun frown. Utun for one chairman. Manam ahin fo. Akasa okromi na no. You Mahama frown one dan chairman because they want the peace of the country. My brother, one na upper door koda ni denim or bra new roof ujedim. President Mahama want to govern a peaceful country. As always, as peaceful as he is. It's I say. Share and the money President Mahama will to for Bakuns and some who now the moment our appointed IGP pet will take you off his pay. You know IGP one day. I mean they can't IGP one day.
Yeah.
President Mahama na Kohaba.
They chase the IGP.
President Mahama, by one call me can call more than 3 times. Meeting him from here and there. My brother, share. I mean, they be a mekasem. Baby ma, you go pon all bono home button the ma yeme na to dino na awe su wo hobi. Make a awe in my way.
There
Obon sam. Ni din koning awe. Npa bonofo. But I say. Na ehun there. Share. In some or could do a crowd under President Mahama administration for the past 7 months. Nyama also see on some Nyama or ya abutoyem some in crush some in Kenya some man wash what you to one a man for what you to one president for. That means some can carry better than her. Like I say, Ebodo. As I say, like I make sure in the school free feeding or kodo, na ye can want some. Then can they buy it or buy your roads, mimi kwan, and people are more that. In there, why about the team? They can want some. See their way stable. Why one young warden? They can want some. Patron, they can want some.
Tibokuni diversionary.
Bokuni yanum fo. Now don't underestimate the yanum fo. Don't underestimate the MPP. I'm telling you. Hey, in some of our country, we don't have a press conference. Now compare age wonder. When the dollar became stable, one would have expected them. Then we expect them one year be from Banabadumpu. What's the baby? Or artificial? Have you watched them? Anytime that something good happened to Ghanaians, they are against it. Today, but quite me see, I slept at Nairobi last time I went there. They are like us. What we hear today, but these people don't underestimate them. What my call Itifi, we call Huninsu, no our balance and afu, so the one Huninsu. And I say, and tell me, in as much as on Sunday sound of politics about this, now you call it for national discourse. I suffer for what one to. I suffer one what's one name the workroom, what one to your son. Yan and Anum was what one to. Now, Jibro, because this case, a read in the background, way back 1957, not the master no. It was only 2021. No, some sorry beam. Giddy. Ebekaya. Record shows. That's I say. And then I see Mahama Bay. In a power, yeah, numbi from young people. I got you there. What bomb pie the Mahama on fail? Because all parts who ya condo and people who ya condo beam. The Mahama failed that will be a queen govern. That's what they said, and you've heard them. It's all that they are praying for. Now the only thing they can tag us with, they want to tag us with, which I promise them they will fail, because Mahama will succeed in making sure Boko is calm.
Last 2 weeks, NDC constituency executives was Zebilane, I think close to 5 constituencies came together, held a press conference, and told President Mahama, say, Wabesha Moboso Besovo Boko. And no no to aba boom boom de man.
Yes. But me as 0-0.
Say, one ya almost resign, and no MP before the church.
Oh, so one aspect that I can call on my leader. I mean, Castle and say, call on President Mahama. There's some chaos. To call on him, they'll say, Double Bashan, ye, my aim in Akodo.
Majority MPs are free, the 6 constituencies are affected, held a press conference, made some demands on the government.
So good.
And on MP before the church.
So this is one aspect that being a responsible citizen and a responsible party member in government, calling on my present attention that you are in there can we trust you. The maker, you carry you there. Andre, simple, a binum wash you. And answer ammunition, sir, or you with National Security Office. Court Secretariat. I want to mean your home contact, Sinde. So let me true not go home. And into the mighty Koda, you're Mahama. Make sure I did just like you be a Asunjeban. Yeah, me, I am of the opinion there. And I'm going to President Mutuna can look on our dining. Well, these are traditional issues. Instead, I say, can you use traditional line and solve a crack? Or 2 for a beeping. And answer young South and Hanimus is okay. Now, some say you to put a friend mobile.
Yendi press on Casse. Yendi during which era?
Yeah, some miss him for some. Miss him for some. Yeah, era some. Miss him for some bar. And came they are him for now to do some way. As I said, the approach was never wrong. Let's admit it.
Ubianka say wrong.
Good. But what I'm also telling you, Bibi a journalist. Share yenim there, Yamayo, Madame Ostrenam. Yano for share, but they want to make the country ungovernable. So we still suspect some people.
Mukochomwe.
Nancy Nebetuan. Nancy Nebetuan.
Lajiboninga memra honey, sorry, Boko.
Medasi, Boko problem. Media, waka. You see? Ene unse BBC a me misa se ene ekubari sen bukompo ne kohwe enura ede na kan clear you have said it when John Mahama NDC flag bearer 2024 election okoye eno promise wo mniema mienu baako se okan se MPP ewo power mu a ntokwa esi woboko but anytime NDC bebano oba asumdwe ewoboko ena who convince you say the next NDC government under your leadership we be make sure say boko beye your friends all kanu na majority leader ewo ho no any mami bye onimu no Pusiga MP yes wamu nyina ji mu and secondly wamu di demand etu say wamu pes region 6 constituency a friends on create and okache ohini say obeye friends obe create amawo a region of about 13 constituencies na yesi ye bechemienu ama wenu mu 6 wamu benya boko region. What would be so inside of you and your election to you? Na kanu kwetire say ade enye Uba Ashanti region were 47 districts but a region baku Uba Eastern region you were 33 districts a region baku Uba Greater Accra one more 34 districts a region baku anti enye nimu de no sa and I promise you say ombeye Uka udi akwala akofu.
That's the cost.
Na usi ube mano yeba ube manu fufu pepepe edia. Obe down. The same thing say uko enwure mtembia uye obomofo udi ukraman ko mukwa na mwaku edu ba bia na wa mano akrantenu chinuo enyasa yebedakom. Na wa force echi akrantenu eba efie na wa ninsu no ayenwe no na wa siesie fine na wudi enchin agu na wa nuama no wo nnuama no na obedi da mu bekɔfuo mu a onya your friend say odwan a wudi bɛbɔ afɔre ɛda nyame ase no a friend say okraman no bɛkye no because what kyerɛ no anu de because what kyerɛ no anu de enti ɔno nso ɛnam no yɛ ne de so we can't take it away say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama omra out because he is the Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces. The
government has issued a statement.
It's not about the statement. Opening. Omra na onpacho. And yet the statement. Opening. Onpak bokofuo any Ghana force say minim says sa issue ebe friends and amikujo ameni.
Wow.
Enti enyai.
Onpak also say oba peace beba boko.
Oba say peace beba boko and peace no mind. Oh yeah, he have to come with a statement. And he did.
But say he's working on it.
Oh how, Massa? What is happening?
Na meba boko yetimi the one day two as asan kamo ye.
Penny is in process. And oba ye no sisano.
Osisa dey.
Promise wam say or no oba.
Since 1957.
Oba. A friend said boko 10 bia NDC or tie the statement no. NDC wo ho no esunje wo boko. But when changes come MPP ba na oho boko aye volatile. And let me tell you, boko no enye mamprusi any kusas kufo nkwa na wo ho. Ye wo tribes bebre, wonim se fulani fo wo ho. Hausa fo wo ho. Bisafo wo ho. Ena bimoba fo.
Asa de ne gina mamprusi.
Ena me can say the your friends saying ejina mamprusi site no.
Any kusasi
issue no e wo ho no. But eniema ekoso. Wonim say a friend say na lerugu is different region. Then let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's different region. And I'm
from Walwala you go to.
Yenti bi da. Say ye wo Ghana. Say bibia bana obia ko secondary school. Atutu asemfo. Akochi ye mamienu. Miensa na ba ku ye boko na mienu wo na lerugu. Ye chi wom eku wom. Enkwala ye nim their future. Ewo eyeye. And so let's think yam share your friends and yam dream who F3. When him say enkwala no betro wasi.
Yeah.
So boko and your friends said the enclave no enkwala no betro.
And then imperifo di hun komo say bi ombo you makwa different region.
Very well. When we say anka asumdwe wo ho a e we beba. Ghana Nurses and Midwife Association. Wo ma chro e di ama president.
On withdraw bi.
One withdraw one fi ho.
They've been withdrawn a long time. I said Kufa time.
Oh no, please.
I went there to work in the hospital. Said they were not working.
That is not an official withdrawal.
They were not working.
Yes, so, but when
what solution is professing to this?
The solution eba munise o mine o mapeni to Michelle no. On said this issue national security matters.
Are you sure he's not looking at
that na you nkrofo yi wo ho apart from nkrofo a omokun yesi kusas any man prugu. Then the other tribes no omoka ho no. When him say it's affecting them. Omonka ntokwa no.
It's affecting everybody.
Yes, affecting one because
and it is spilling over. They're attacking people down south near.
Very well. And then American she say we no more.
Alaji ntebe anything.
Yeah, ni say. Say omanpeni enye up and doing to show that he is the president of Republic of Ghana.
For instance?
I'm suggesting say the peace should come from them. When him say all the 6 friends and MPs are omufi sa area no. Womuntimi nko
obusuro. Including the majority leader.
Yes. Even near tikura say ye nukuro say ye nukuro me.
Unya sure they are.
They met me aka. Ajia la. Okoye. Ye pamu no of a Togo.
Why is he calling her
through Sankasi and of fire be pay. Omo nyina say omo ntimi nko, including me ame bra Mahama Yariga. Enya adia sebi eye no. But they should see to it. Your friend say Omanpeni is the only person obetiki solution.
Bra. We're sure say the solution lies with President Mahama.
Yes.
How?
Very good. Ukai Dagbom Andani and Abudu and Tokwano. under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ojine mu kain ema Ghana 40 years. Or no enya miado, he's going to solve the issue. So Obe make sure say Obe solve true. But he is not Amdani, he is not Abudu. He's Abudani. He's world or no entnasi enja obinsu. Or no dear or see or ye Abudu ni Andani. And he gives one the confidence to take it a neutrality. So that's a dear me per se. Or man penny soon ko jina boko. Na onka say me minya kusasi minya mamprugu. So obeye kusa mamprugu. Fine.
You see.
Now
so kasa best.
Yes, the two are fighting.
All right.
You see, propaganda in opposition.
Yes. You see, this is something that when we're tackling sensitive nature or issue of this nature now, you do with all the everything who senses in our background. It was one. You're Akufo-Addo. All your senses.
You're there for 5 senses.
5 senses never count. Okay. You're Akufo-Addo. It's an account. So Andani, Abudu, whatever. Okujin for can is a different thing altogether. Now, President Mahama, whether you like it or not, he's part of him, or he's an ordinary as well.
No.
As I say,
he's a Gonja.
He's a Gonja. And Gonja is from Savannah. Yes,
right? Relax. Tobala. So basically, a Roma, baby. But no better.
The suggestion is that Uncle Jinabo Onkase or no Onyeman Prusi or no Onye Kusasi. How does that compromise him?
Now, how does that even solve the problem?
No, sir.
How does people Academy Kusasi Onyeman Prusi? How does that solve the problem?
There are factions in this war. Almost to say politicians be almost side, politicians be almost side.
The solution is one.
The reality is that in Kofobi GDC politicians be at his size. And so President Mahama Ashebo say Obama peace ababoko. Na okujina ho kase wono. Oni afa ni afa.
Yeah, that's all.
Oye Ghana ni sana boko fonsu hunu omo ho a. How does that bring his Gonja?
You think the understanding will come like that? What I'm saying, the solution is that simple one, and I'm using your platform to say the solution. Let the MPP distance themselves from this, and the solution, and the peace, there will be peace in Baku.
You are empowered today.
Let the MPP, because it's here. No, I'm empowered today because we are committed to solving the problem. And then we just want to
correct.
What is
Kobe, you are not looking for solution.
So that's what I'm looking for.
So what a solution? I won't can you okay?
No, but you see,
and I will not encourage.
They are the same people. Some people who are saying this is security.
Wait. There is no way I would encourage you to continue on that line.
Sorry,
because a political balance sheet. As to political parties are, one more benefited from Bokwa and both MPP and NDC. Mobile score pepe. So, open solution Bokwa and can send your work and say MPP for you free Bokumu. There are MPP people in the Boko matter. Maybe there are MP sitting in parliament almost sponsor for Boko Mukuntokwa.
Oh, really?
And it's let nobody think say politicians are not involved in this matter. It is important to say you better catch a political class say they should stay off and allow Otumfuo to work. But so by say MPP for you almost free more. MPP for so sorry. Actually this for almost home. Are we going to solve the problem?
So then all fair President Mahama don't kujina no kada masem. Then what who is
Tiasmo kan or say na do ko yendi. E ko catch almost say wono onya abudu nya andani. Oye abudani. Me kai sa term no. Into almost so ho sa and no say obesere na President Mahama and so be the same thing say bokofo ho so mu nipa baako no as president onya kusasi no onya mamprusi. What is unifying than that?
You know why we cannot equate the Yendi issue to Boko issue? We can't equate it that way. What I'm saying is simple. President Mahama wants peace, a peaceful nation to govern. That is why he's committed in ensuring this. Now, you are mentioning steps that President Mahama will take And now for the past 7 months, by all take towards Baku, still he doesn't want to acknowledge it. And to take you who go and stand and say, I'm not here and that. And I'm saying, please. Mobai, what if the MPP has not called on the president? They were able to match the presidency for a petition to be presented to him because chief of staff is going. Because Masemesu Ablekuma, what do you call it? South is enough. Now this one, what if they join hands with the NDC together and say, President Mahama, this is what we want to do together to solve the problem. Then you go and call on press conference, telling somebody that somebody has failed in his quest, to deliver peace at Baku, Lokoshebo. Why would you make reference to that?
Yes, there is.
The
reason why.
If you had won, what would you have done to solve Baku's issue? No, so if they had won, I can't recall what they said. But what I'm saying is, Bibi, if they had won, what would they have done to solve Baku problem?
But they were in 8 years. They were in power.
And 8 years they were still fighting. And I'm saying it escalated in 2021. Check the records.
This is the time.
You see, so what I'm saying is that please let's all come together. See if you want to approach it holistically. Let's come together.
This time you are in government. You have to defend the peace of Ghana.
So we should do magic.
Right on NDC.
The peace of Ghana relies on
all of us.
But
the minority leader to come together and join hands.
The leadership must be show an example.
And then you are wishing us to fail or come to fail. You wishing us to fail and something.
Yes.
How do you wish us to fail?
And I won't hear.
Kwabi wose meda wase. Alaji Budinga meda onso wase. Yemfa nkomoni nsi ha.
You can't wish us to fail.
Boko can only be peaceful when we find a traditional solution and not a political solution to them. Yeah, they be see her. Bidini Bismark Brown. Meda me producer say Joel Sanko. Meda Jimaima say Namada Joyce and Swase. Yeah, they be see her up next. Happy Kasiabo Nunsiadi.